you don't leave a mark on me, you weren't doing your job.
Yikes.
Yikes.
That made me so nervous when you told me that.
I don't tell anyone that.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if I heard that during or before, I'd be like, I don't think this is gonna work. I'll do my best.
I'll do my best.
You could bite someone and leave a mark. That it doesn't have to last for days.
2 Guys, 1 Shed. We are here with our guest, Ray. We're going to be talking about some different things this week.
Very different things.
Be a little bit further away from football. Probably as far as possible, maybe.
No, you know what I mean?
I don't know. There is a lot of tackling. So.
Yeah, some aggressiveness.
You kind of get fucked too, you know what I mean? If you have fantasy.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Your team kind of
I have never done that on the football field, but...
Have you gotten fight on the football field?
No.
No?
Yeah, I tore my ACL, so I guess that works.
Ooh! Yeah. Sorry, Cal, you know what I mean?
Let's get to our guest, though. The reason you're here is just, I guess we're just chatting it up.
Yep.
Okay.
And
we have some questions. Chris has a whole damn list of questions.
We have some 2 Guys 1 Shed hologram stickers, though. I don't know if you guys can see them. They're legit. These things are bad.
Shout out if you want.
Look at those. Those
I like
are legit, you know what I mean?
Like our NFTs.
Some nice
yeah, they're
80s vibes.
NFTs. Whole bunch of dudes on a sticker, you know what I mean? Bunch of cool dudes on a sticker. Oh, we got a rose already? Let's go.
If this goes well, we might put you on a sticker. 2 Guys 1 Shed.
I love being sticky.
Oh, okay.
Let's get
All right, let's get into it then.
I said I haven't asked any of your questions yet.
Go ahead, Calvin.
I don't have any questions.
You said you were prepared.
All right, Ray.
I'm so
All right,
I didn't even know we had a guest today.
Yeah, Calvin didn't know we had a guest today.
You just said you hyped me up last week. Like,
I did.
We did.
And then Chris is like, he's going to the Bronco game, so I was like, oh, we aren't going to have a guest tonight.
No. Yeah, Calvin, this is what's called grinding, you know what I mean? Not grinder. But if you guys like it, you know what I mean? You guys are down with grinder, you know what I
Ask
mean?
a question, all right? Where's our list? You want to hand that notebook over.
All right.
Hand that notebook over.
Let's get into it. Let's just, let's talk about the elephant in the room, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? why we're here, you know what I mean? Alright, Ray, so what are you into then, Ray?
I am into the BDSM community and some kinkiness. And just kind of exploring everything. And you never know if you're going to like it unless you try it at least twice.
Ooh,
That's true.
Twice or once?
3 times.
What do you think,
Yeah.
Cal?
3 times.
3 times? 3 times is a charm?
Yeah.
Or you?
So, how did you enter this community, I guess? Like, is there... Because I've never...
I have always been into like semi-rough sex, and I ended up matching with some guy on a dating website that specifically said he was into...
What is the dating website?
It was on Hinge.
Hinge?
Like-
So that's what that is? It's like more like of a...
No, it's just regular.
Or is this regular?
Yeah, and he just had on his thing that he's into BDSM, so I was like, I'm really interested in trying this. Haven't explored it, like I've never had a partner. And he was like, yeah, come on over. We'll do dinner. We'll see what you're into. I was so nervous. I was having anxiety attacks. I was 4 hours late my first time. Did not let him touch me the first time I went over to his
That'd
house.
be intense. That's like...
So you knew what he was into? Like,
Yeah, we
going into
talked
it?
in depth about it because in the BDS community, there's a lot of boundaries and like you plan everything out beforehand because once you start, like you might be gagged, you might be tied up. So them knowing like...
So you gotta know all the boundaries beforehand. So then...
Safe
Yeah.
words.
Yes, there's always safe words. But yeah, if you know the boundaries, hopefully you don't have to use those
Mine's
safe
tallywhacker.
words.
Wow, that's a dangerous safe word.
There's usually 3 safe words. There's there's like a go more intense, and then there's like a I'm okay, don't stop, but take it easy.
Okay.
And then there's like a I'm at my limit, or you've gone too far and I want to completely stop. I need
A break.
complete shutdown.
Yeah, shutdown.
Especially if like people are into role playing, and so like that word indicates like come out of this character, or people who like consent, non-consent.
Yeah.
You might be saying no, stop, but you don't actually mean that. So you have to have that safe word for when they know like okay, that's too much, and she is actually not consenting to this, despite her words.
That's the only safe word I know about, like the safe word context. I know there's like multiple.
With parentheses?
Yeah.
I mean, everyone kind of gets to create their own thing. So some people might not need that depending on the level they go to, but it's always a good idea to have that in place just in the unlikely event that you do need it. But of course the universal one, which I'm sure you guys have heard of, is just red. and that means like absolutely stop, and like I'm not okay.
Oh, dang. That'd be terrible, like feeling that way. Like, I guess like you being vulnerable, going somewhere else, you know what I mean, and doing that, and then saying like, I'm done. Like, you went too far. I don't know if that happens very often, or if some people just like trying it newly, and does that happen often?
I mean, I can't speak to other people because
Yeah,
obviously I'm not there.
Yeah.
So it might not be like a stop altogether either. It might be like you stop and you reassess for 10 minutes, or like
A pause.
maybe, it might just be a pause where then eventually like, okay, let's get back into it.
Okay. So it's like a challenge flag, you know what I mean?
But a good dom hopefully doesn't get to that point unless someone's like, I really want to push my boundaries today. But if you're using your safe words and you're communicating effectively, something like saying yellow, which is also a universal one for like
I'm halfway, like I don't.
Yeah, like I'm enjoying this, but it's getting a little too intense, so maybe like mellow it out a little bit, or like, you know, if they're whipping you and you say yellow or mercy is really common, they might just stop whipping you as hard.
You like getting whipped?
I'm red immediately. You start whipping me, it's a red.
This brings me back to my mom with my ass, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't want that shit.
I'm just sensitive, like. I
I
don't
mean,
like pain. My tolerance is low.
So what's a dom? Explain what a dom is. So it's like a dominant person.
The person.
Could it be female, male?
There's female doms and there's male doms, and then there's switches. So like one night maybe you're like, I want you to dominate me, and then the next night you're like, I want to take control.
So is there anything like submissives? Or is that like people that just like being submissive? Is there a word for that, or like submissive? Just
Yeah, and there's different kinds of submissives. There's like a bratty submissive, which is a category I fall into. So you can tell me what to do, and I'm going to intentionally not do it to piss you off, and I'm going to push your buttons until I'm pinned to the wall and I'm made to do what you want me to do. And then there's like service submissives who their whole goal is like serving you. So you might be like crawling your hands and knees and go get me a beer, and they'll do that. Or there's just different levels of
I've seen those people like
everything.
have like leashes on like girls, and they're just walking around like on the sidewalk. You know what I
Your
mean?
neighborhood or what?
Yeah, it's weird, dude. I have a couple of
Yo, I was driving through here
Oh, like
earlier,
that-
and I was like, this is kind of creepy.
That dog looks a little weird.
There was two people like just randomly outside, some random lights. I was like, this is like some get out shit. I don't know if I want to stay here tonight.
Shut up.
I mean,
I've got to be out here by midnight.
I have a collar. I have a few collars and leashes, but there's also like pet play where people actually act like a certain animal or whatever. I don't have experience in that,
Yeah, but like
so
some
I think I'd be into
enjoy
that.
What would you want to be?
Some fucking animal shit.
What kind of animal
I mean,
would
you
want
might
to
be in a
Calvin?
cage.
You want to be?
They
You want to be
make
locked up?
Yeah.
Shot
Gorilla.
collar?
Gorilla.
A gorilla. You're stupid.
They make tails that wag,
Oh shit.
and they're like, I think they're butt plugs. Some of them are,
I won't wear one.
but then it has like an automatic thing, and it like wags, and it's very.
Calvin wants that butt plug.
That's why I picked the gorilla.
That's why I picked the gorilla, because he has no tail. A tailless animal.
That doesn't mean
What's
nothing's
a
going in your
tailless
butt, just so
animal?
you know.
No, I'll put those boundaries very clear.
So how is that set? Like boundaries? Are boundaries like set beforehand, or like right before something's gonna happen? Me and Calvin. I don't know. Like, I'm
Speak for yourself. You don't know anything.
I've never been a part of an orgy. Calvin, I don't think he's ever been a part of an orgy.
Well, in an orgy, obviously,
That's different than what she's talking about.
No.
I think everything goes together,
I
but
do go to quite a few orgies, but
How does orgies and like so like?
Well, I think if you're
So how does all this work? Like if you want, you do it like one-on-one with somebody, then correct? And then sometimes you want to do like an orgy, or like I don't know how that all works. Like so like. I have no
what do
idea.
you mean?
Like,
You're just free. She's a person.
I know,
Well,
yeah,
she
but like I
wants.
don't understand how that works. How do you get started? You know what I mean? Do I sign up?
It depends on your partner, right?
yeah, and
Or
then
just you.
You look at a flyer.
There's a few,
Is there flyers?
there's
you have to
a
sign
few
up for?
groups, and
Facebook
a
groups,
lot
I'm
of
sure.
them are on like Snapchat.
Okay.
So then, like when there's about to be an orgy, they're like, this Saturday it's the bi orgy, or this Saturday it's the all female. This Saturday it's everyone. This Saturday it's the BDSM, where you find a lot more of the like whips and electrocution and more impact play.
Like I don't even know.
I need
like,
some cooler Snapchat
only-
friends.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like I haven't even been like that far in my sexuality. Like I don't even know if I like getting whipped. I don't know.
That's what you gotta find out.
See,
That's what you said. You gotta do it at least twice.
Yeah.
Hey,
And
man.
you always start off slow. So like
Okay.
you know, if,
So, like,
if
slow
someone's
whipping?
like,
Like slow whipping?
you don't hit them like as hard, and there's certain parts in the bodies that hurts more than others. So you start off usually on like the butt because it's the least sensitive with like a whip or really anything that's going to be impact play.
Yellow. You're stupid.
And then you build up, and then if it like feels good, you can be like, yeah, more, or like keep going, and you kind of just read people.
You're gonna be a green light, Chris, and be like, green light!
When I'm having sex, I can barely think about like anything. You know what I mean? Like, let alone someone whipping me.
I think BDSM, it's such a slow build because you start with something, and it might be like playing with some toys and vibrators. So
is
you're
it like
all
something
good
like you never like know, or like you have to like try? Like everyone's like, is there like a part where like
There's
everyone's
a test.
trying?
There's a test.
There's a test.
There's a test, and it's
there an
very
app?
fun. It's BDSMtest.org, and it just has all these different questions where
Look
you
it up, Cal.
rate it on a scale. So it might be like, I find being tied up by my partner extremely arousing. I find being disrespected extremely arousing. You kind of rate it.
Yeah, I was incognito.
Incognito mode.
Hey, I take this test probably every 3 months to see kind of where
like,
you
where
change.
yourself is at.
And then it like tells you a percentage. So it's like you tested 98% brat, 38%.
I want to take my test, Calvin. I want to see what I'm into.
And of course, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, that doesn't mean that's what you're into. It's just kind of a guide.
Oh,
so
that's kind of nice though, because like you kind of know like which path like you're gonna try to.
And so
it kind of gives you something instead of just going into it like, yeah, I like being whipped, and then you get whipped, you're like, I don't want to be a part of this.
You can do that too, and I've never met someone in the BDS community that if you're like, I don't like that, they get mad or anything. They're just like, okay, cool, like let's try some other stuff, and it's just a very accepting community.
Open, I heard. Right? It's like open and very. There's communication is top tier.
It's insane how much communication there's no guesswork, and everything's just like so much consent. So you might be at an orgy and someone's like playing with your tits, and then they're like, well, can I touch your vagina? And then you're like, yeah. And then next they're like, can I put my fingers in your vagina? And you're like, yes or no, because some people might be like, yeah, you can play with my outsides, but I don't want you inside me. I don't want penetration, this and that. And it's really just so customizable, and everyone's so accepting. I've never had anyone try to like have sex with me without a condom. It's not even like a question. It's just like, I have a condom on. Are you okay if I penetrate you?
Yeah. That's cool, because like that's kind of like, I guess people would think that like it wouldn't be that way, you know what I mean? It's just like when you go to orgy, you're just like gonna be there for a body or something like that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I think there's a lot of false preconceived notions about it, of like, if you're there, you're down with anything, and that's definitely like not the case.
So what's like the things that like make you? Is there any way that you could show that you're not like?
You're a newbie. Like if you're a newbie, how do you? Is there a way to like flag that to everyone?
Yeah, several groups use either colored bracelets that are color coded, like maybe black
like
means.
Rings or no, just like bracelets.
No, they're just bracelets that go on your wrist. I mean, you can bring your own cock rings if you'd like.
Some dude gave me one after a rave. We did like a handshake and he gave me a thing. I don't know. I think it meant I was a top. Just kidding. He was nice. It just meant I was. I think it just meant like I was. It was like. It was my first bracelet.
Oh dang.
Yeah, he gave it to me.
I never got one.
Bracelet. No.
Yeah.
I'll give you your first one. I gotta remember the handshake.
Isn't it like peace
it's
and
like,
then love, and then you like come together and then you like
finger
slide?
You like finger. Like
yeah.
This,
yeah, you've done it.
I've seen it on TikTok.
Love, and then you combine.
Mel got one.
Yeah,
I don't know how I feel about it. Like,
ooh,
I wasn't there.
Maybe she was at a different kind of party.
I wasn't there, so I don't know what she received. You know what I mean?
I want to know what she gave up for that one.
You dumb.
Yeah, a lot of places use several different colors where it might even indicate like if you're there for women, either sex, or just male, or if you're just there to watch. Other places use a method called branding, where it's just a Sharpie and they have different symbols where like recently when I was at, it was like circle meant I was open to any touch, you don't have to ask my permission. A triangle meant like stop, ask for consent. You can mark if you're there with another partner. You can mark even if you have like the COVID-19 vaccine, because for some people...
You're vaccinated, you know what I mean? Hey.
You can go to orgies.
Check it out, you know what I mean?
You're vaccinated? Vaccinated has like free penetration. I'll take anything. You know?
Yeah.
Let's go. Double, triple boosted. lot of
Triple
penetration right there.
You're dumb. You got that booster or what?
It's pretty customizable per group. Like each group has their own kind of like standard. So if you're part of that group, you kind of learn what each of those means, and they'll have it posted like everywhere. And at any point, if you feel someone did not respect your boundaries or cross them, you can go up to one of the organizers and be like, this man touched me without consent and I wasn't okay with it.
Yeah.
And they are automatically kicked out. Or if you are too drunk or they suspect you are on drugs, you are automatically kicked out, because if you are too drunk or you are on drugs, you cannot properly consent to anything that's happening to you.
Shit. That's
I think most people just think of this as like just a bunch of like,
it's just like
drunk,
a bunch of
or
people
just like people on drugs.
we're just having sex.
On mushrooms?
Yeah.
I don't know if I could have sex on mushrooms.
I mean, I'm sure people are on drugs and there is drinking at them.
Yeah.
But if you are, like, if they just have that sense, like, I'm not sure whether or not you are fully, like, aware of what's happening.
Which is easy to tell. You can normally tell when someone's
are
like...
men like the mostly guys that are kicked, the mostly people that are kicked out then? Is it men, or is it like, is it hard for is it harder for a man to get in to like a place like that, I guess?
It is. I've only witnessed one person ever being kicked out. And it's because they did not respect someone's boundary. They had a trying along, which means ask me consent, and they did not ask consent.
Oh, shit.
So a lot of them you do have to pay to go to. So for like a single female, it's usually $20. For a couple, it's usually $40. And for a man unattended, it is usually $35.
Do they have coupons or anything like that? Like buy one, get one?
You know,
Who's trying to know?
that is a really good idea. I'm gonna suggest that. Like,
get on a budget.
Have a buy one, get one thing. Or a stamp card,
or
like a punch card.
That should be
10th
true.
orgies free.
Yeah.
A Prime Day, you know what I mean? A Prime Day, you know what I mean?
Buy the membership for the year.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, if you're a single male, you have to be vetted. So you have to have someone that vouches for you. So, like, if you guys wanted to go and they said, how'd you hear about us? You'd be like, oh, so-and-so told me, and I'd be on their roster. So they'd be like, okay, this girl probably would not recommend someone to our group if she did not trust they were going to respect our group kind of rules and guidelines.
I want some weirdo in there like Chris, just walking around.
Yeah, you're not invited.
Just a stare.
Just
cucking in this corner.
Or
so like vetted is so it's like you have to know somebody that knows somebody.
That, or I'm sure there's other ways to get in, but they ask you a lot more questions, and you know, any group I've joined, they've sent you rules of guidelines that you have to then be like, yeah, I've read this, and sometimes they'll ask you like one or two questions that are kind of like randomly stuck in there, even if they're like, our favorite color here is red. So they're like, hey, what's the group's favorite color? Just to kind of be like, did you read it at least? Because obviously they can't be like, are you going to respect this?
This seems intense. This seems, you know what I mean?
I mean, I don't think it's as much as intense, but it's definitely nice that
that's nice that they go through all that. So then if someone is vulnerable going through that for the first time, you know what I mean, then they don't have like a whole bunch of perverts, you know. I don't.
Yeah, they do try.
I don't mean like, I don't like the word pervert, but it's like some people are just like not meant.
They do, yeah, for sure. Because like I don't advertise it on my dating profile because guys hear that and I'm like, you're down for anything. I'm like, no. I'm actually harder to sleep with than most people, but once you get me in bed, I will be extremely dirty and all kinds of things. But getting to that point, there has to be a certain amount of trust, and like, I have to know you're not going to kill me if I let you chain me up.
Ooh, that's intense. Imagine being chained up and just fucking someone just Jeffrey Dahmer, dude.
Trusting a stranger?
Just cut your cheeks off. Just fucking while you're fucking.
That reminds me of the movie Fresh. He cuts off her butt cheeks and he eats them.
He eats them?
Have you not seen Fresh?
I've never seen Fresh.
Watch Fresh, guys.
Wow.
Oh my god.
I've eaten ass, but never like that.
On a plate? God damn.
On a grill.
That motherfucker smoked. That's crazy.
Dude, these are fire.
I know they're fire, dude. You're welcome. These are so good.
Oh, I'm supposed to get on TikTok.
Wowzers.
This is what happened.
Wowzers, Calvin. Do you want to join coming? Are you signing up?
Sign up for what?
Alive. You don't want to hear me talk? Rude.
Alright, how old were you when you first started all of this? You're exploring.
Like that, with that hinge, when did that first connection?
I think 3 years ago? 3-4 years ago?
When did you know you kind of wanted to... Do you I'm not... I just like you're not satisfied sexually then, and you wanted more, or did you just like
You just knew what you're into.
I mean, I can have vanilla sex and be perfectly. I don't know if it's perfect, but I can be satisfied with vanilla sex.
Yeah.
But I've always liked a little bit rougher and like pull my hair, slap my face, like spank me.
Yeah.
And that's just something I've always liked, and I did a lot of self-harm in middle school, and that I think it kind of relates. And a lot of times I like having the marks on me. I like being bruised when I leave. If you don't leave a mark on me, you weren't doing your job.
Yikes.
Yikes.
That would make me so nervous when someone told me that.
I don't tell anyone that.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if I heard that during or before, I'd be like, I don't think this is going to work. I'll do my best.
I'll do my best, Calvin.
You could bite someone and leave a mark. That it doesn't have to last for days.
I have one.
I can do like a hickey. I can do a hickey. Like a meat.
Calvin bruised the fuck out of me. You know what I mean? Calvin, you know what I mean?
Hey, but I got some bite marks, bro.
I got a mean ass
Yeah,
bruise.
see, bite marks are hot, right? Tell me a girl doesn't leave a bite mark on you and you're like, fucking yes, the next day.
Like
where
on
you're
the
like,
chest?
and it just reminds you.
Sometimes they hurt.
No, I like it.
Well,
I like
man the fuck up, bro.
Damn.
I told you I was sensitive. I said in the beginning. I know that like.
He's all quiet. He got quiet.
Sorry.
He got quiet quick. I was all. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Bite marks. I like bite marks on the chest. Like, that's intense. I like that.
On the thigh.
Oh my inside thigh. Oh my god! I couldn't imagine getting bit inside thigh. There's no way.
I'm not getting bit.
Who says it has to be from a bite? It could be from a whip. It could be from electrocution. It could be from a knife.
Electrocution?
There's a lot of stuff. That's my favorite.
What's the craziest? I guess not craziest, but I guess what's the most like regular thing that like you're into?
Regular.
Like the thing you do most regularly. I guess
I like bondage and electrocution.
Like how much bondage? Like you have no like you're tied up like legit, or you're just like just hands and then you still have feet. Like if you want to kick.
Like you can fight for yourself still.
No.
No.
That's not fun.
You want the worst part? Like you want to like make like goddamn.
I do have a custom bondage set. That comes with a collar, wrist.
You guys hear that? Bondage.com. We got it right here. Custom.
Bondage.com.
DIY.
It's off Etsy.
It's on Etsy. Etsy?
2 guys,
what
1 shed.
What the fuck? Etsy?
2 guys,
Oh
1
my
shed
gosh,
merch
Etsy
coming.
is the best place for
Really?
BDSM. It's because it's custom
You heard
made.
it. You heard it.
It's custom made. So like she took all my measurements, and it's this gorgeous Italian leather. It has a wrist, a leash, a collar, a thing that goes around my waist, my thighs, and my ankles, and then it comes with fixation things so you can clip my body into whatever position you would like.
Yeah.
And it's a really good time. It's really fun. And then usually when I'm bound, I'm like, electrocute me or whip me
What do you
or
mean, like, electrocute? Like,
take some knives out.
Like the electric chair? Just be like.
I mean, they do have like
you
little...
seen the Green Mile, right?
I have.
Like, does that leave like marks?
No. They have so many. Some people use cattle prods. I've never used a cattle prod.
Oh my!
Personally.
I hate getting shocked. That's the one thing I fucking hate.
No, it's so
I
fun.
fucking hate getting. I can't even link a 9-volt battery because I hate it so much. I hate getting shocked.
I would like mess with the outlet and I just be like, just a little bit.
Okay,
like
see, so you're already a little bit kinky.
You're kinky.
I never said I wasn't.
I mean, you say you're sensitive. Everything we've talked about so far, you're like red. Automatically
you
red.
can whip me, but I'm gonna say yellow.
We got suspended again.
I told you it wasn't gonna last long. TikTok don't like us.
Again.
We always get in trouble. Last time they
There's no nudity. We're talking about nudity. Fucking people on TikTok.
Oh, because then
There's
can report
bitches
you?
showing their nipples on fucking TikTok, and I can't fucking talk about. We can't talk about.
Can't you just restart it?
Yeah, I can, but it's like it is.
we already have 1 strike.
Yeah, we have like 3. We're probably getting banned.
Yeah, we're not gonna be able to post.
If you guys want to follow us on our new TikTok, 2 guys 1 shed, number 2.
18 plus. 2 guys 1 shed.
18 plus.
We're gonna have to go to
We have
Patreon.
261 viewers. And then we do this. And then we're back at it.
Oh, I reported you. My bad. Just kidding.
Oh, I thought you actually did. That would have been really funny.
No, I'm just kidding.
We could go live October 26th, Calvin. That's the last time we can go live.
That's the next time?
Yeah, next time.
We got banned for 3 days.
I guess so. You're telling me.
We haven't even got to any good parts yet.
Yeah, I know. We're just getting
Haven't got to
started.
any of
It's
the
not like this is
stories.
bad.
You guys
I feel
lucky.
like education
You guys
is
lucky
good.
I don't wear these for pasties because I'll be wearing them right now.
That's when our views always go down. Chris takes off
Calvin,
the shirt
some
and then-
pasties. Do you guys want to share pasties, dude? They sound like hotcakes.
Some bondage merch coming soon.
There you go. You got that. Dude, this thing's...
It is probably the most gorgeous thing I own.
Look at this thing.
And I didn't pay for it myself.
Nope.
I got another man to spend $1,000.
Wow.
Ooh.
To
How do
buy
you do
me-
that? You sign up for that, or...
Is that
No.
someone you just met?
I went on one date with him 12 years ago. Have not seen this man since. And I was just like, look how pretty this is.
Does he
I
live
wish
far?
I had this. Yeah, he lives in Utah. And I was like, I wish I had this. And he
Utah's
was
a dry
like,
state, isn't it?
I will send you money for it. So he's sent me money for my
That's a big
bondage
Mormon.
set.
That's a big Mormon place. Do you think he was a
The
Mormon?
biggest.
No, he's not a Mormon. He's just in a very unhappy marriage.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
Hey, if you know, you know. You know what I mean? You know who you are.
You know
You know
who
who
you
you
are.
If you want to
know
pay
who
for any
we are.
more of my BDSM stuff,
Let's go.
I have a Venmo. So,
Dang. That's crazy. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess there's like a lot of unhappy marriages because of the sex. You know what I mean? I think sex is a really big thing. A really big thing in a relationship, I think.
Yeah.
it is. Yeah. If you can't communicate those things, it just builds and builds.
And I think it's hard, like, sometimes because, like, the way people got brought up sometimes, you know what I mean? Sex is such a bad thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sex is such, like, a
Yeah.
thing you don't talk about or nothing like that. But I think more and more
I think-
nowadays,
Go ahead, sorry.
it's like sex is, like, it's more open, but, like, I think that's the hardest part is being open with your partner, is, like, what you really interested in. And the fear of your partner being like, why you, I don't.
Yeah, people get very
that's so
judgy
hard.
about it.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be so hard, like, to be vulnerable with even your own partner, like saying, "I'm really, I like this," and then they'd be like, "Well, there's no way
Yeah.
I like this. There's no way. There's
Yeah.
no way we can
And,
be."
or they
together."
don't want to try something that
Exactly,
you like.
exactly.
I feel that.
Go ahead, Calvin. What were we saying?
Probably wasn't good. I don't know. Probably wasn't constructive.
Shut up.
I'm going to
It
take a
is
quick
like,
bathroom break.
oh,
go for
yeah,
it.
go ahead.
Me and Chris can regroup.
Okay. Come up with some good questions.
What were you saying?
Have you asked any of those questions over there?
I asked. Yeah.
I have it.
What were we saying? Like, we were talking about relationship. Is it raining?
Oh, I forgot there's not like a... Most people just pee when they just walk out, you know? It's our first female guest.
Yeah, since we had the girls on.
Yeah, she's like our first like real like
Yeah,
female
yeah.
guest, you know? She's not like not a wife.
Yes.
They're real female guests too, but you know, it's
Yeah, just like
someone we don't know
Yeah, we don't.
as well, or at all. Really,
This is intense.
I'm having fun.
It's kind of eye opening, you know what I mean? Because I think.
I've watched a lot of SVU episodes, so
Shut
you
up.
know, I feel like I've been pretty like knowledgeable about things since I was younger.
You're dumb. Dude, it's wild. Would you ever be a part of one?
What?
Or orgy or anything like that? Like,
That's why I want to go to Burning Man.
Shit.
That's all there is at Burning Man.
Calvin invited me only. It's weird.
No, this would be the bachelor party. That'd be the best. That'd be so fun.
Yeah, that would be fun.
I wouldn't be in, maybe, I don't know about orgies, but definitely on just drugs.
Just having a good time.
In the desert, puddling around, looking at the stars in the middle of the desert on mushrooms.
On a
I
bike?
could do that. I'll do that. Guess we should do that next weekend. Drive out to just eastern Colorado shit. We'll go on the plains and,
Buttes? Some buttes?
Yeah.
Go to the buttes?
yeah, and see some buttes.
But yeah, we just, this is an intense episode. Like,
It was fun.
there's not a lot of things I've thought about that.
We're
that's
trying
crazy.
to bring as many guests as possible.
Yeah, but
to get
we're-
many differing opinions and
Yeah,
views
we're always
and-
on the opposites. Everything. We're not trying to like stay to one person. You know what I mean? Like kind of like one people.
Yeah, just get different people. Everyone has a story. Everyone's into different shit. So
Exactly. We got banned on TikTok. So
Yeah.
till 3 days from now. So thanks a lot, TikTok. We weren't even. People on TikTok are way worse. This girl's
they
shaking their
probably just said
tits.
some bad words.
This girl's shaking their tits and ass damn near showing their assholes and vaginas, and they don't get banned. That's that booty shit. You know what I mean? We're all just a bunch of good guys. You know what I mean?
Maybe too many cuss words?
I cuss a lot.
I know you do. That's why YouTube. We need the first 5 minutes cuss free. Never works.
Really?
Never.
We need to be cuss free.
Yeah.
You got more views?
The first 5 minutes.
That's so hard, Calvin.
Yeah, I know.
I fucking.
We talked about this months ago, and I just gave up.
No, we talked about when we first started. Calvin's like, when we first started the podcast, he's like, I don't know if we're gonna get very many views because we like to cuss too much. It's me, but
It's your fault.
I love cussing. I don't know, like
You
I don't
ruined
love
everything.
cussing.
Hope you're proud of yourself.
Yeah, you know what I mean. That's how I am. You know what I mean. If YouTube don't like who I am, then you go fuck off. You know what I mean? And TikTok obviously doesn't like who we are. You know what I mean?
Let me get one of them tamarins.
I got you, boy. Oh,
I have my BDSM pushing her up.
Oh, right here.
It takes like 20 to 30 minutes. If you chose the long one.
No, I just
What?
took the quick quiz.
BDSM.
Oh, really? It takes 20, 30 minutes for.
If you do the detailed one, because like I can show you my results and how they've changed over the past year.
Well, that's
That'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be cool. Cause I don't know, like I don't think I've ever tried like anything like crazy.
It's not any crazy questions. Like, I would
Yeah.
like to have sex with multiple people at the same time. I would enjoy it when people watch me being naked or having sex.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that'd be hard. For
I don't
me.
like making sexual decisions. I prefer my partner to make them for me.
Damn.
You know?
These are like intimate questions. You know what I mean?
I prefer making the sexual decisions for my partner, as this gives me more control.
So like these are my two. The first side was taken 2020. And then the second side was 2022. And it just kind of like gives you a percentage. And again, it's just kind of like a guideline. So like the dom that I first started seeing sent me that test and said, I want you to take this. So we just have an idea of what to try. And like, it
Okay.
doesn't mean that's what you're into. Like maybe you answer something and then you try it and you're like, no. Or you didn't think you were in it. And then it kind of like changes
There's
throughout time.
primal and there's prey, hunter,
Let me check them stats out.
slave. What's vanilla? This is like
Vanilla's
you.
like, yeah.
You.
And apparently you too!
Got one?
From what I've heard so far.
What?
But-
I like electrocution.
So what would be like a first step to? I don't know what I did. What would be like the first step?
Hey, you guys don't know anything about this.
I don't
Into,
know.
like-
It is like you
I would honestly say the test.
For you?
A
Like, for
vanilla
you?
couple.
For you? Maybe like butt stuff.
I don't know.
Like,
Nothing comes next.
I would-
No one wants to be next to that. I can tell you that right now. No one wants to be by that because I don't even want to be by. You know what I mean? I'm
Well, if
over-
Melissa can make it through that, you guys can do whatever.
I think if you're interested in it, you start with the test and once you take this, you can go through and you can click like, brat, and it tells you a little
Yeah.
bit more of what the typical brat.
So do you think it'd be
stuff
like
is.
healthy for like couples to do that like separately so then they kind of know like?
Oh
they
yeah,
don't-
definitely do
yeah.
it separately, and then you
And
can
then you
share your
can-
results and
and
kind
then
of
you kinda
see,
see what-
like, hey, what are we
Into.
yeah, and then a lot of it again, it's
Because
not super
I really don't even
accurate.
think I know what my wife's.
So-
do you know what Kelly's into, Calvin? Like honestly, like sexually, can you like please Kelly to the tippy top like perfectly? Do you think you could do that?
Yeah, I feel very comfortable with that.
Yeah, I know, but like differently though. Like if you were able to like, if you could do something better, would you do it? Like, no.
Always.
No.
I'm always improving. I feel
What?
very comfortable there, Chris.
I know, but like
Yeah.
if there's something that you didn't know about
Kelly's
Kelly.
tiny.
Why do you keep
What does that have
saying
to do with
that?
what's kinky?
Because I do whatever I want with. You know what I mean? Just
He
like,
just throws her
I don't
under.
think that's a like maybe don't advertise. I just do
What if
whatever
she
I
don't
want
like
to her.
What if she
No.
don't like being submissive?
well, like whatever she allows.
The funny
guess.
thing is, a lot of people who are like submissives are down for whatever, but submissives are 100% more in control because you have to have my permission to do anything.
Yeah.
And that's usually what the talk before is like, what's your hard boundaries, and then you can have soft boundaries, and then yeah, there's several different forms too where there's like a few different consent checklists where it's like yes, I don't know, maybe like I'd be open to trying it, and then like an absolutely not.
Oh, okay. So
And
the
then
people
that-
know the limits.
Some people do that. It's a super. I got sent that list once, and it was like I don't know, 200 questions maybe.
Holy
But it was everything.
shit.
It was like nipple clamps or like a butt plug or being peed on. And so some of the stuff you're very clear, like, I will never want to be
You want to go in
peed
the
on.
shower or what?
I will never want to be, like, some people are hard, like, I would never ever want to be whipped. And so you can kind of mark, like, yes, maybe, or no. And those, I've only had one person that's ever, like, I want this. But for the most part, people are like, what are your hard boundaries, or is there anything you know you don't like? And you can kind of communicate that. But for a lot of it, you take it slow and you build up, and then obviously you can gauge the person's response if they're making faces that they like, if they're making noises that they like it. And you kind of just go with it with a little discussion before of like, these are hard no's, these are great yeses, and anything in between. Like,
I'm down to try, but like we have to have boundaries at least.
And there's ways to ask for consent in the middle of it, like, ooh, do you want me to whip you? And then the person can be like, no, sir, or like, yes, sir. And so you can kind of ask for consent in a not super like formal way during, as long as you have the like strong yes and no's.
I think regardless of like how you're having sex, like it's always good to like build into something if you've never done it before. You know what I mean? Like just start slow and then.
That's all sexual
intensity for
preferences
sure.
Is, you know what I mean? Every time you have sex with somebody new, you know what I mean? It's
just
you know, say, is this okay? Am I okay? Am I okay to do this? I guess that's
verbal's probably the best if you're with someone new, just to make sure you get a clear yes.
Yeah. For sure.
Can you sign
sometimes
this?
you never
Can
know.
You sign this, please?
NDAs.
Oh, those don't count, just so you know.
What?
They have consent forms, but if you sign it, you can still go and like press rape charges or whatever, because at any point you can change your consent. Doesn't matter if you signed a piece of paper. At any point you can say, I no longer want this, and I said no, and they did not respect it. And I mean, of course, given the justice system, it usually doesn't work out well, but those are not legally binding. Like, people who are like, sign this and then you can't go back, red flag, fucking run away very fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you have to sign something before you have sex, it's a little
Yeah. It's
far.
not, yeah.
Can we talk about your results here? Sorry.
Sure, yes.
Okay.
What, which one?
So
that's my first result on 2020. So it's not the most accurate. I would say the most accurate is in the... I just took it, I think, 2 days ago.
Yeah, so like your brat went from 100% when you first took it, and then now it's like 91%.
Yes.
Which isn't like an extreme change, I guess, but...
It's not too extreme, but I did find that once... So leading up to it, I'm very defiant, and a lot of... When you're in that dynamic, you might have like certain rules or guidelines for your brat to like follow, but those are there specifically for me to break them. So you might be like, drink some water, and I will take the tiniest little drop of water and be like, drink it, like, too fucking bad. And then once you get me...
Fuck, my wife would kick my ass. I'd be fucking beaten. If my wife ever... I'd be fucking dead, dude.
Intentionally pissing someone off is so much fun. And then they, like, chase you around. They're like, sit down and, like, read this book. And you're like, haha, fuck you, come get me. And then maybe you, like, knock something off the table and you run away, so they have to chase you, and then you pin you down.
So you're like a Chucky almost, like a Chucky?
Yeah. And then once you have me pinned...
Is it really?
I turn very obedient. So it's the leading up, where as some brats, it's a fight throughout the whole thing. And so that I think that's why mine went down, because I'm bratty leading up to it, and then once I get there, I turn into a good girl.
That makes sense.
And I will do whatever you tell me
First
to,
you're
because
sour.
you have already put
You're
me
like
in my place.
You're like a Sour Patch Kid.
Yeah.
Yes!
First you're sour, then you're sweet.
Yes.
Because some guy's hair off. Oh, he just fucking snips
You know,
the dude's hair off.
That would be an extreme form. And a lot of times, bratting goes along with punishment. So he's like, if you don't do this, I'm gonna whip you. So it's something that's kind of a punishment, but it's also fun. Or it might be like,
so it's
a punishment, but you like it?
Yeah, like, I'm gonna edge you. So every time you're close to coming, I'm gonna stop, and then you don't get to come until you're like, fuck that shit.
That's so rude.
And then they pick it up again, and they keep doing that. So then it builds and builds and builds, and that's like a punishment because you didn't.
Okay, so I gotta ask a question, like, does it usually last long, or like these guys are like ready to go like for hours and hours and hours? Like,
yes.
What are these guys taking? Because
there's some pills you can take.
A lot of it's not penetration on their part. It's a lot of toys and playing.
So like
and
foreplay.
Sounds like blue balls.
Yeah, and like.
Seems like blue balls.
Sounds like
Oh,
painting.
what if a guy likes blue balls? Just fucking just leave it.
I don't think anybody likes blue balls.
No, that's not true.
Oh,
That's not true.
there's no way.
There's guys who like that. There's guys
being
who
They
like.
painted.
go
know
as
there?
far as they could go, and then they're just like, they're done. There's no way. Oh my god.
Yeah, no.
There's some cultures where if you hold it in, like you get to the edge and you hold it in, it like makes you stronger.
I do typically have to ask permission to come, and if I'm told no, I'm not allowed to, and if I do it without permission, then I might get extra whippings, or when I'm extra sensitive, like they don't stop after I've come. I'm like, no, I need a break, and they're like, nope, you didn't listen, so like you're gonna sit here and you're gonna take it, and you're gonna fucking like it, and I'm like, okay, yeah,
Jesus
I do.
Christ.
So
I do. God. Because I don't know, like, I think that'd be pretty intense, like, to go into that'd be intimidating, I think. For a man to go into an orgy, you know what I mean? Like, a single man, I can kind of see, like, they're like, oh, I'm gonna be fucking big dog, you know what I mean? But, like, as a couple, that'd be so intimidating. Like, so
I think for a couple, it's easier.
Really?
Because then you can invite girls to be like I've had couples be like, hey, do you want to come lick her pussy? And I'm like, yeah, she's hot, sure, absolutely. And then they kind of get to observe and get that excited, and maybe they're playing with her or you, and then when you're done, like, maybe they're fucking one or both of you are switching back and forth, and I think as a couple, it's a lot more inviting because you have that just female connection automatically where it kind of makes the other person feel a little more comfortable. Whereas a male by themselves can be a little more like, are you pervy, or like, are you into the same kind of stuff? And there's no kind of segue into it.
I just be sitting with my booty up. Now I thought you were just a guest here, but I think you're here to vouch for Chris.
Shut up. That's crazy. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's crazy, but like it's crazy, like, to think that like we have no, like, I have no idea, because what Ray has explained to us, there's a lot more into it than everybody thinks, and it's way more safe. It's way more safe than people think that it is.
There's an odd amount, not an odd amount, but there is a crazy amount of communication within it, and like people are just so welcoming and accepting. And I was super nervous because I was like, what if my body type's not right? Like, what if this? And I've never run across anyone who is not super accepting, super encouraging. And a lot of the groups will have some kind of symbol to indicate a person is new, and people go so out of their way to make them feel comfortable, and not a sexual way either. Not like a like, oh hey, how are you doing? It's like, oh hey, it's your first time. Like, how are you feeling? Is there anything in particular you're looking for? Like, would you like a drink, whether it be like Coke or alcohol? They usually have snack rooms at orgies.
Snack rooms?
They have snack rooms.
What kind of snacks are we talking about? I
have a chocolate. I'm getting a BJ with the chocolate.
There better be no chicken fillet there. That's not gonna say. That's a holy food. You know what I mean?
I have been to orgies where they have like mac and cheese.
Ooh.
And like,
that's like my dream, to be eating during sex. It's the best.
And my favorite are hotel takeovers, and they rent out an entire level of a hotel, every single room, and then they'll keep maybe like 4 to 6 rooms as like facility rooms. So there's a few like sex open rooms, and then there's usually a bag check room for people who don't get a hotel room to stay overnight, and a snack room. So you can like, you know, if you're not staying overnight, you can check in your sweatpants and your phone and your clothes, so you don't have to carry those things with you. And there's always just condoms everywhere. And I've never had anyone approach me and want to have intercourse without a condom on. A lot of guys will even ask like, oh, hey, do you want to give me a blowjob? Do you want condom or no condom? So the level of protection is a lot too. They always inform everyone of all the free STT testings. One group I'm a part of requires every 3 months, and you have to enter. If they don't have it on file, they're like, "Where's your STD test?" And if you don't have it, you can't come in.
Dang.
Holy cow!
So they're very big into making sure you're making safe sexual choices and just being conscious of all of that.
So you can't just like take your phone in and just start recording, or just like selfies or nothing like that?
Yeah, no. Most places, if it's a big event, you have to check your phone in. And if you get caught with the phone on the floor, you're banned. Granted, you can always go into the area where they're doing like a bag check and be like, I want to pull this phone.
Yeah.
Most places use a Sharpie. They don't give tickets. So they'll write like an 86 anywhere on your body you want. But you can be like, my bag is 86. They'll grab your bag. You can take your phone out. You can text whoever you need to, whatever. But they don't want people out on the floor taking videos.
That's why they have the room. So then you can just be in that room. And then if you exit the room without.
So like the hotel takeovers don't usually require you to check them. And I've never been somewhere where people are doing it. I've had a few occasional ones of like, hey guys, we want to film this. Are you guys okay with it? Or if you're not, can you, move to this side of the room? But for the most part, people either stay private events to record or they just check your phone and you're just respectful of everyone's privacy.
That's intense.
That's cool.
Like, hey!
I think, like...
Instead of saying put your dick away, they're saying put that phone away.
I think, like, communities where, like, people, like, a lot of people are all kind of about the same thing are so much more accepting. Yes. Like, even when you just, like, run into them and stuff. Like, they're so, like, nicer and just, like, I don't know, seem like...
Yeah.
When people, like, find their thing, sometimes it's a lot happier.
Yeah, like, even, like, a hobby or anything like that.
Whatever it is, yeah. Find something where they can be a part of the group and, like, a part of the culture a little bit.
So, so you're like into like exclusively men, or just you're just down for whatever?
I'm kind of down for whatever. I'm bisexual. I've been with everyone. People who identify as male, identify as female. I've been with transgender people. Yeah, I don't think it has to do with sex organs. I think it's just who you click with and who's on the same page as to what they're into. Like, I really like knives and electrocution and...
So yeah, you were talking about that. How does that work? Like knife? What do you mean, like knives? Like cutting you open, or like knives?
Slightly. Most of the time, I don't actually bleed a lot. It might be like 1 or 2 drops, but it's more like a cat scratch. There's been a few times where...
They're dull knives?
No, I mean, they're pocket knives, I guess? I don't know.
They know how to use them.
Yes.
It's not their first time stabbing
somebody.
It is definitely something I would not be comfortable with everyone doing. There's only one person I will let cut me.
Oh,
don't be taking kitchen knives upstairs, alright? We said you gotta build up to this shit.
I'll be up there sharpening it.
No, my favorite is being electrocuted with a knife.
How do you do that?
You can buy, it's called a violet wand, and they have them on Amazon. It's actually for skincare, for like wrinkles and stuff, but it feels really good for like sex play. But you can also buy an attachment that when you hold it, it turns you into a conductor. So even anyone like rubbing their hand on you, you feel a slight...
You have the ground.
Yes.
And then they have the positive side.
Send me the link.
So obviously hands do it a little bit. Surprisingly, mouths on wet parts have a higher shock value. And then anything
I hate getting shocked.
Metal
That's the worst thing I fucking hate is getting shocked.
Is very, very intense.
The 9-volt batteries, I even hate those ones. I hate.
I would just
really?
You need a violet wand with a conductor attachment.
Send me the link.
That's crazy.
But yeah, when they run like a knife along you, even though they're not necessarily cutting you, they might leave.
But
like,
it's so precise, so then it's like it
yeah, the metal
precise,
is like
yeah.
insane. Yeah, and then it's usually a challenge like don't fucking move or you're gonna cut yourself, and it's your own fault. Which kind of goes along with like the submissive part. So
that's crazy.
I
cut across river, not upriver. You know what I mean?
At one orgy, the dom that I like to play with was using a knife on me in the conductor thing, and then he was like, "Does anyone else want to try it?" And everyone was scared to touch me. They're like, "I can't put a knife on her while it's electrocuting her."
Just even a knife, that's fucking crazy.
A lot of times it's more
like
the threat of the knife rather than the actual.
Okay.
So it's like scraping you, but it's not super painful unless you're like, I want you to push my boundaries today, and I want you to make me break.
I want to bleed out. You know what I mean?
Like, I've done it a few times where I'm like, I want to see if you can make me tap out. It's never happened yet.
Oh my god.
But I'm stubborn, so I'm like, I don't care how hard you hit me, I don't care how deep you cut me, I specifically won't say it just because you want me to say it.
Had a couple girls turn me purple. Eyes are popping out.
Oh my god. That's intense. I fucking hate being electrocuted. You know? That's the one thing I'm not down with. Like,
I ran into an electric fence when I was a kid. I ran into it again. On purpose.
I think it's different
like
when you're aroused.
See, Calvin, you might be into this shit, bro.
I never said I wasn't, dog. I'm not the one answering questions.
It's completely different from
Calvin's
when
all
you're
climb
like
up onto my nipples.
normal.
Give a 12 volt battery. Just get me going.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've had little nipple clamps before that have bells on them, and you can issue challenges, and they're like, don't let them ring.
Oh shit.
So then they'll like hit you or electrocute
Without making them ring?
Yeah.
Ah!
It is hard, but it's a challenge, and then you're so focused on that you get really into the sensation. I think BDSM is a lot about like sensory play, and like I've had frozen chains draped on me. I've had a frozen dildo used on me.
You like cold?
Yeah, I do like
and then
cold.
like they drip some hot candle wax on you, and then they're running a frozen chain on you.
Ooh, I like hot too, Calvin.
I could do some wax.
Ooh, I like hot too, Calvin.
Wax or ice?
Yeah. See, it's sensory play. It's very fun.
I don't know if I like
You open up your mind, Chris.
I do open my mind, but goddamn, cold things. I hate cold things touching me. Like, that's the worst thing. A chain draped over me. Fuck.
Oh, it's fun. I feel like you need to get super turned on and then try it and then say whether or not you like it.
Next time you have a boner, put an ice cube on your belly. Just lay there.
Or like right before you're gonna come, have her like put an ice cube between your butt cheeks.
What? There's nothing. I'm telling
You
you.
almost had him.
No one.
What?
No one's getting those. I'm telling you, it's bad. It's bad news in
If you
there.
might need a few ice cubes. Soak it out.
That motherfucker needs professional cleaning. You know what I mean? Before I do anything.
You can get that.
They make places for that.
Really?
I'm sure they do. I don't know.
It's like
Just go get a
it's like a
Brazilian.
car wash.
Yeah,
It is pressure wash.
Oh my
A
god.
pressure washer? If you like pressure washers up your ass, yes, you're kinky.
That's it, yeah.
I'm just gonna
That's
say
what
that
you're
right
thinking
now.
about right there?
No,
Let's go out to your driveway, bend over. Let's see how this goes.
You can just use a thumb. You know, you don't have to use a pressure washer.
You're the one who's like, yeah, pressure washer. That's good.
No, I'm just saying
So-
that it needs that much to be clean. You know what I mean? That motherfucker's dirty.
My gooch is too sensitive.
What were you saying?
You ain't getting any deeper than
What
that.
word did you? What word did you say? Was it
Word?
cuck?
Oh, cucking?
Cuckolded or
Cuckold?
what the fuck is that? What the fuck?
What's the... Wait, can we do this word first? Can you open this?
You need this word first.
I don't know how to say it.
Okay.
The first one on the right. That one.
Masochist?
Masochist.
Yes, it's enjoying pain, either inflicting it or having it inflicted upon you. Which
Okay.
I typically like it inflicted
It went
upon
from
me.
65 to 95.
Yeah.
So is that just like...
Experience.
Yeah. Because, like, again, this I took before the first round I took before I ever engaged in any type of BDSM activity.
Oh, okay.
So that was our gauging point where I sent that to the dom I was going to be playing with so he knew what kind of things to try with me.
Yeah.
And he was very, very nice.
What's at the
very,
bottom there,
very
Calvin?
slow.
What's at the bottom?
Boy, girl.
It's called like being a little, where you act younger than your age. So like
That's a
maybe,
little weird. Yeah, I can see all that.
I mean,
Some people might like that, you know.
yeah, and there's a lot of stuff that goes with it. I'm not experienced in that. I've never had an interest in it, so I'm just not going to speak on it because I don't know what goes into
exactly.
it. Yeah,
You have no
everyone's
experience,
no shaming here. Everyone has their own things for their own reasons, and that's okay, as long as they exercise it in a healthy way.
Yeah. Your slave went down.
It did, because it turned out I don't like being told what to do very often. I like being made what to do, don't like doing it willingly.
I think your primal jumped up, no?
My wife's slave would be at the bottom. She hates being told what to do.
You don't know that because,
Maybe she's bratty.
like,
Shut up, Calvin.
this is a very fun test. I recommend everyone take this
Maybe
test.
she's bratty, Calvin. You're stupid.
I think it's a good test. What's a rigger?
That's bondage. So a rigger is
okay.
tying someone up, suspending them.
I got you. I got a chain fall right there. Get you up, boy.
I did
That's
take
what I
a
am.
bondage
That's what I am.
class.
You have a rigger,
and
bro.
I
I'm 100% for that motherfucker. I'm certified.
I could hog tie either one of you right now and suspend you from the ceiling.
Oh wow, we should do that. Can you come back? Episode 2, you can hoist me.
Come out
It's pretty fun.
You can hoist me and shock me.
I don't have my own shocking machine. That's the hard part about being a submissive. I don't have a ton of my own toys because so many doms have their own toy. Like, again, one of the doms that I play with got
doms,
a fuck machine recently.
Are they like rich? Are doms
amazing.
rich?
No.
If you can buy a fuck machine, you got some money, you know?
Unless you're ingenuitive like me, you know what I mean? I can weld something up.
With what? What are you doing?
Metal.
Metal?
Yeah.
That's not a good... I don't think you know what a fuck machine is.
Yes, it's all the moving parts is metal, but the dildo is not fucking metal. Of course not.
Chris would have a damn engine on
I
that
would be
thing.
very scared. If you ever make a fuck machine, I would
What's a
screaming?
What's a voyeur?
I like to be watched.
Oh, interesting.
So, like, at an orgy, I like to be center of attention. I go to the main room. A lot of times it's whoever wants it, come and gets it. And, I mean, yeah.
We'll have my results next week.
Hopefully get my Uncle Ray on. We should have him do that. We should have my Uncle Ray fill it out.
Non-monogamists? Mm-hmm. Is that just...
I think I'm ethical non-monogamy, which is kind of an umbrella term for anyone who does not participate in the societal norm of what monogamy looks like.
Okay.
And everyone kind of gets to make their own. So within that umbrella, you can have like swingers, open relationships, polyamory, but really everyone gets to customize it. There's no set defined thing. So
do you get sister wives in there at all? Like a guy.
That would be polyamory.
A guy shows up with a whole bunch of women like that are his wives.
That would be polyamory, a version of it, yeah. So mine is like I like to have a primary partner who I have that kind of traditional connection with of boyfriend, girlfriend.
Yeah, like safe.
Yeah, whatever it is, with the occasional like I'm feeling kind of bored and I want to feel sexy, so I'm gonna sign up for this dating website and like flirt and maybe go on a few dates, or like let's go to an orgy together and I want you to hook up with these girls and I'll hook up with this person. So that's just like my preference. It doesn't have to fit traditional.
Yeah.
But I do like that main connection.
Yeah.
And again, everyone gets to make their own decisions. Like even people who are polyamory might have a primary partner and then secondary partners, but if your primary partner is like, I'm depressed this month, I don't want you to go on any dates, you tell your other partners like, hey, I have to cancel this or that or whatever. It's very customizable. And
I think like our generation and like the generation like younger are much more like open to different types of relationships and things like that. Like things aren't
for sure.
Yeah, things aren't like weird. You know, it's just how different people are.
Yeah, and different things work for different people. Like I've been in dynamics that monogamy is what worked for them, and I can be happy in that. I have no problem with that. And then I've been in other dynamics that they want to be able to date other people, and as long as that communication is there and you feel safe and secure. So it's basically like, even if you go out with this person, I'm not worried you're going to come back and be like, I don't want you anymore, I want this person.
Right.
Because you having connection with someone else doesn't lessen the connection you have with me. You can have multiple connections. And they might look a little bit different, but they can all still be satisfying and fulfilling to each person in all the dynamics.
Yeah, I think it's more of just being honest and truthful and having an open mind.
I think it's a real connection though. Like you have to have a real connection with someone, a strong connection with someone.
I think you have to understand what they want as a connection. You know, some people.
Well, and feeling secure. Like I've had people who already were in a relationship and were like, I'm polyamorous, and then trying to date, and that was a little trickier for me. Versus when I start dating someone who's traditionally monogamous, and then we kind of get in that thing where you feel secure within the relationship. And then you're like, maybe I want to seek other connections too. But if you already have that strong connection where you're not worried about them leaving you or liking someone more than you, I think, at least for me, that makes polyamory a little more easier. Even if it's not like my main thing, because I don't think forcing someone into something is going to be successful. If someone's like, I want to still seek other connections, and you're like, but I want you only with me. Even if they agree to be exclusive, there's always going to be that part that didn't agree to that.
Yeah.
And you have a higher likelihood of not having a relationship that lasts.
Yeah, you can build some resentment
Yeah.
if you have that. I think if you aren't like honest with your partner too, you can build some like resentment.
Yeah, and it can go through phases. Like,
yeah.
there's times where you're like, I'm just so fulfilled with you and I don't think I need an outside connection. And then there's times where maybe the other person is just really busy and tied up in work and, you know, working 10, 12-hour days where you're like, I need a little more personal connection. And maybe you find that connection within someone else.
Yeah, for sure. I think long-term relationships especially go through waves.
Yes.
So, like, you might be in a certain area or something for a few years, and then something changes, and it might change for a little while and go back, or get better. Or
like you said, like working more hours or whatever, and then they're not there
and they're
emotionally or sexually or anything like that.
Meeting
and then
one
they
of your
can't, yeah,
needs.
exactly, and that's...
And having that ability to be like, I need to find something to fill this need that I'm having if you are currently unable to.
Yeah.
Do you think that's what pushes people towards, I guess, more of that kind of like community, is like just experimentation, or is it just like...
Yeah, I guess so. Like,
is it because like
more
people
of the people that are like in, not like into this, but like more of the people that are participating in this
part of the community.
Yeah, like part of the community. You know what I mean? Is it
such
so different?
A
It's
big
so different.
variety. There's no way to be like, it's kind of these type of people. I've seen all kinds of people. There's nothing that I could be like, this, and this trait.
Yeah.
It's so diverse. It's actually really fun and cool, and you meet so many people that you never thought you would.
I'm sure that's what makes it more like friendly and stuff too. So many
Yeah.
different type of people.
And you can kind of see, like, I feel like you're just kind of drawn to the people who you're going to click with, because no one's hiding anything at that point. Everyone's just like open, go for it, and you're just naturally drawn to some people versus others. And that's, you just kind of automatically find your people, I feel like, while you walk around. And most orgies or events start with kind of like a happy hour, a get to know you hour, where it's like from 7 to 9, it's happy hour and get to know each other. And there's not as much sex going around, but you kind of walk around and you meet everybody and you chit chat. And then when things kind of start just naturally progressing as people get more comfortable with each other, you just kind of already know who you've clicked with, or like at the hotel takeovers. So
that all starts off like everyone just kind of hangs out with each other.
Yeah.
Like at the beginning, everyone just hangs out and just like has a couple like drinks and snacking. I guess you said.
Yeah.
Like 9:30 we fucking.
Pretty much. Yeah, a lot of places are like from 7 to 9 is social hour, which people don't have to follow that.
Yeah.
Like if it's 7:30 and you feel like giving a blowjob in the hallway, like, go for it. No one's ever like, don't do that, it's not time.
Yeah.
But
like, hey,
you have to wait 5 minutes.
It's nice to, and some people specifically don't show up until like after 9 p.m. because they're like, I don't care about socializing, I just want to show up and like walk into a room and be like, that girl's sucking dick, I'm gonna go see if she would like to suck my dick. And it's a fun time.
That's crazy.
I highly recommend it. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Calvin?
I've never been. I couldn't.
I don't know either. I know.
I'm a question mark right now.
Me too.
They even have kinky happy hour, and it's no sex. It's just at a random bar. And they're like, come meet other people that are within the community, just to see if, like, for people who aren't sure if they're into it. And you can go talk to people and kind of see if you vibe with those people, or if maybe it's something you want to go to one of their events. And it's a really good introduction to just kind of see if you click with the people. Because if you don't click with anyone that's there, it's probably weird. Not your scene. Yeah. Which is also okay, but I think most of the time people find out people are not. I think most people would be very surprised to find out I'm kinky. Like, a lot of times I'm like, people are like, what? You are? I'm like, yeah. I might teach preschoolers by day, but at night, like, how much can we hurt me? So.
Oh, my God. I gotta pee. I've been holding it in for too long.
So I guess, like, how often do you like participate in things like this? Is it just like a do events come up often? Like larger events, I guess, or
there is very regular larger events. I would say like every week to every other week at least. I don't go that often. I go maximum maybe once a month, but more often it's like every 3 months or so. I do like to go play with doms one-on-one, but orgies are exhausting. Like,
yeah.
There's so many people around, so many activities going on, and then obviously from the amount of endorphins you have going on, you are exhausted afterwards. I do have a few friends in the community that go like 3 or 4 times a week, and I'm like, girl, I don't know how you are handling this, but good for you. Like, if you can do that, awesome. I do not have that stamina.
Yeah.
So,
what's like the largest event you've been to, like people wise?
I don't know. Probably
kind of
like, I'm really bad at estimating. I would say probably 200 people.
Okay.
Not necessarily, I mean, they're spread out, especially through a hotel event when they have like 40 different rooms. And all of them are sold out, and like a lot of people don't even rent a room, they just come to the event.
Right.
And
I guess when you're in that mode, you aren't really thinking of people counting.
Yeah, no, you're not. You're like, well, that was 8 dicks tonight, so.
That's funny. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I guess when you first, like, how crazy do you think it is from your first time, I guess, until now?
Like the first time in BDSM ever, or the first time at an orgy?
I guess before you ever tried an orgy.
The craziest is I was double teamed by a guy who had no experience. So I brought him to one of the doms I play with quite often, and he was supposed to like be teaching him stuff, and it turned into a double team, which then turned into a cuckold situation where he's like, I actually really liked watching you get fucked by someone else. He ended up finding that he was super into cleaning me up after being with someone else. So, and he would use his mouth usually. And he was just really into like, I want to be at work and I want you to text me and tell me all the other guys you're fucking and how much better they fuck you than I do.
Wow.
And a lot of like degrading stuff, and just be like, I want you to sit there and be like, you couldn't fuck me this good while someone else fucks you. And it was interesting. I don't think it was a great long-term thing for me. It didn't really have that like good connection that I was looking for on like an intimate level.
Okay.
And then I guess at an orgy I got gangbanged, and that was super fun. I think that's the only time I've ever squirted in my life. And like that part of the conversation came in on.
I guess like how crazy would you think it is that you were in an orgy compared to like before you ever even started BDSM? You know?
Or like you've always
like how crazy would you think it is? Like, oh, I got gangbanged in an orgy.
I mean, I'm pretty fucking buck wild, and I always have been. So, like,
yeah, just wondering.
I'm that person when I get too much tequila, I'm dancing naked on tabletops. Like, you cannot keep me in clothes when I've had too much tequila.
Jason has said she's seen her naked plenty of times.
I think all my friends have seen me naked. So.
Yes, they have, because I drink too much tequila. One time I
dressed with Calvin naked.
Yeah. Chris has mounted me naked.
And I hate pants, but it's tequila. When I have tequila, I do not want any clothes on me.
If I knew we had a guest today, I would have wore pants. I swear. I always wear pants, and I was like, I didn't think we had a guest. I didn't wear pants.
So yeah, that's.
She said tequila makes her pants fall off, so this is our halftime out too. It's not tequila. It's not tequila. I promise.
My pants are staying on.
Yeah, her pants.
Sorry, guys.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I thought it was tequila for sure.
It would have been really funny if you did.
Let me be back.
She's not wearing pants already, so.
Or panties.
Yeah, it's like when you work from home. You know what I mean? You don't wear no pants. You know what I mean? Just have a nice shirt on top. You know what I mean? But this is a halftime how-to. And we're going kamikazes. You like kamikazes?
Sure, maybe. I don't fucking know.
You never tried kamikaze?
I probably have.
I think I have. I think I have.
I usually just drink what's put in front of me.
Same.
So.
Same with me.
Yeah.
Calvin hates when I put in front of him though.
Yep, I drink it.
Yeah, so you get your measure right here. See what we got right here? We do 1 ounce vodka. So we have 3 of them, so we have 3 ounces here. I got ice in here, so I'm gonna go a little bit above right there. And then we do a 1/2 ounce of triple sec. Triple sec. 1/2 ounce, so that end up to be 1.5 ounces for 3. And then we shake it up. Oh, actually, you always want to have, you know what I mean? If you're gonna be hosting, you know what I mean? You gotta have limes.
Limes are the best in drinks.
Limes are the best. Ooh, this motherfucker.
Juicy, huh?
I think it's fucking juicy. You're talking about squirting here. God. This lime. This might be this lime's first time, too.
There's no lime.
Oh, I almost got my finger. I almost got my finger. I almost got my finger.
You get a little boner?
No.
You're not about it.
I'm not about the knives. I'm not about the knives. How do you feel coming? Right away.
I'm gonna be thinking about that next time I come and show.
You're like, oh,
Am I getting a boner?
Do I like this?
Yeah.
You never know until you try it twice,
You
guys.
don't. Twice?
Yes. Because maybe the first time you're not that into it, and then when you know what to expect, you're like, fuck yes.
Okay.
That's what happens.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to be more open.
I was like, where's my drink?
I'll give it to you
Swear
guys
I brought it.
I'll give it to you guys afterwards. But triple sec, vodka, squeeze and lime. We mix them up. You know what I mean? Oh, I don't know if I'll get this off. Oh my god. Strain it into your glasses. Kamikazes. These are gonna be good, I hope. I hope they're gonna be good.
I hope.
This knife, I can't believe I almost cut my finger off. That was so scary. I am not into cutting, okay?
Just gotta
You
keep
gotta
my
try it
mouth
again.
shut for that part.
That's gonna be my, that's gonna be,
You can try it
1%.
again. 1%?
On the Richter scale over there.
Oh, I got another one for you as soon as
Okay.
you take the shot.
I gotta be up at 5:30 tomorrow.
Let's go.
You know what I mean, for the pod. I got some more followers at us, at a
Really?
local bar.
17 of them.
And on Spotify. Got some more followers on Spotify. But this is the Kamikaze. Hopefully everyone enjoys it, you know what I mean?
I don't make cute faces when I take shots.
Neither do I.
Same, I'm the worst.
Calvin makes
Face every time.
Callie, his wife makes the same face. If it's a good drink or not, she makes the exact same face. She's like, oh, it's so good. It's like Kelly doesn't look like it.
Where's my lime?
Do you have
got lime?
a cheers? Do you have a cheers in mind?
Cheers you like to go to, or any orgy cheers that you came across?
Stick it in? I don't fucking know.
Let's go. Let's roll with it.
Pour it on me.
Pour it on me. Or whip it. Yeah, whip it good.
Whip it real good.
Is there like anthems that come on, like songs that come on, like everyone's just like, oh, it's time.
We fucking to this.
We fucking, you know what I mean? Is there music playing?
Yeah, there is usually music. Well, yeah, at the big events, yes, because it's a big venue.
Yeah,
at people's houses, they usually have some kind of music on.
Yeah.
In hotel takeovers, every person... Yeah, no, I think usually they have some kind of background noise. Some people play
What's the
porn in the background.
Porn?
Yeah, like the one group I go to that has their own facility.
Yeah.
The basement has porn, usually from other different orgies that they've hosted on different walls and
That's
projectors.
cool. Yeah, when you travel back in time.
Look, there I am.
And then, do you know how excited? One time they're like, "Can I take a picture of you?" I was like, "Yes!" And I was so excited because I ended up on their Snapchat story like 3 times.
Shit.
And I was like so proud of myself, even though my face wasn't in any of them. Because they specifically try
Yeah,
not to get faces too often,
exactly.
even though like the Snapchat's private, so like.
So if you guys seen it, there's no way you can know. You know what I mean? It's your imagination.
If you recognize this face,
it's not because I was sucking cock.
That's a cheers right there. Cheers.
Why did I get a double and everyone else only got a
No,
single?
you got a single. You got a single.
I don't think that's true.
It's a different. It looks big. It's small.
it looks bigger than it is.
Is it good?
It is very good. I didn't even make a face.
That is good. I think that's how it goes.
I didn't even need a lime. I just like it.
There's coming.
Oh no! Bye, lime.
I got one. I got some for you guys. If you like lime.
I didn't use it.
You can suck my.
I got you the best.
So.
I got you the best. Best of the best.
Thanks,
These
bro.
are the best.
Dude, these are legit.
The thumbs up ones, they're sour all the way through. You're welcome.
They're sour.
All the way through.
Yeah.
You don't have to like dip them in salt. They're sour all the way through.
But if you do dip them in salt, even better.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah, we're a part of the Sol Limon community.
Yeah. We should be sponsored. How much?
Dude, for
Dude,
real,
we
hit
eat
us
so
up.
much. Hit us up.
Paletas. We'll have 2 guys, 1 shed. Paletas.
I'm trying to get sponsored by Go Fast. You know what I mean? That's a local company. You know what I mean?
It is?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the
I didn't
sticker
know
at?
It's a golden.
I have no idea.
2 guys, 1 shed. Dude, look at that thing. Dude,
You said you had a question.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I got a question, too.
I had one. I forgot it.
So, like, how did you know, like, from your first, if you could think of, like, your first sexual, like, feelings, did you always know you're going to be, like, above? Or, like, did you watch porn as a kid? Like, I'm not trying to get into it, but, like, did you watch porn as a kid? Or do you think it was, like, it was just always in you that was, like, I'm sorry.
Like, this is always waiting to come out.
The first
Like,
porn I ever watched
Were
was
you bondage as a kid? No, like, not,
You just gotta tie yourself up.
not as a kid, but, like, bondage
Yeah.
emotionally, and then you got let out, like, if you watch porn, you know what I mean? Like,
I
you know
think
what I mean?
I had
You
a
know what
lot
I'm
of
saying?
trauma as a child and like
Oh,
growing up.
I'm sorry. I don't bring
So-
up that. I don't want to bring up any of that. I'm sorry.
I mean, it wasn't sexual abuse trauma. It was
Yeah.
just, different stuff. And for a lot of people, BDSM can be a great release for that. I can't speak of how healthy of a release that is.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
sometimes if I'm really struggling, like I have anxiety and depression and PTSD,
Mm.
and if I'm in a really bad mental space, sometimes I will contact someone and be like, I want to be so beat up. Like, I want pain. I don't care about like the other stuff. I want you to try to make me tap out.
Yeah. But that helps you emotionally,
And,
though. Like,
yeah,
it helps you
I
here
will leave
in your
and
heart.
I will just be in the best mood for like 3 weeks. And it's just a different type of release, I think. And I have heard some people do use it as a healing tool from sexual assault.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly to what extent because everyone's is different,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
it has been a healing tool, I think, for me, and a different way to kind of live through those traumas and have a different outcome or be in control of that type of trauma.
Yeah.
And it's just really, I think, personal for everyone when they
I think
use
this
it
is
as
like
that type of
it's
thing.
really it's gonna be really eye-opening for people that like don't even know, like, because people just think they're doing it just to be like heathens, and you know what I mean. Oh, I love sex, but it's like a really healing process for your soul. Like sometimes
Some people
because like
might.
sometimes you can't express to your significant other or not like what you really want. I don't think that's the hard part is like expressing to being open. Like this is what I want.
Sometimes I don't even know. Where like I don't even know why it feels like such a relief and such like a healing tool, but I leave and I just feel like 10 times lighter. And you're kind of like, well, I'm kind of fucked up in the head then, but then
Yeah.
at the same time it's effective. So
It doesn't matter. Like
if
as long as
that's
you feel
effective
better.
and you're being safe and the other person is being respectful,
Yeah, exactly.
it should be accepted. It shouldn't be taboo and like that's so unhealthy. Like go to real therapy. I fucking do. I do go to real therapy.
It doesn't help.
No, it
Or
does.
it does?
It does. It's
saying.
just different ways.
She's all beat the fuck out of me.
There's been a few times that I leave and the next day I'm like, what is this mark? This is a different shape than anything we used last night. Like, what is this shape from? And then we're both like, is it this tool? Is it this? Is it this? And like.
Calvin says that too, but he just gets mushroom stamps all over his butt. That's weird. He's like
Who knows what that's
He's like
from?
Luigi. He's like Luigi from Mario.
I think
Jumping some levels.
hey, I beat all the levels. I think if you're like comfortable with like your partner, at the end of the day, if your partner's like, try this, you know what I mean? If you're really comfortable with your partner like that, you're like, I trust them, so I'll try this. And if they don't like it, you can trust in them that they're gonna be like, you know what?
Yeah, all right.
It's cool.
If you don't like it, then we're done.
Yeah. I think a lot of people are closed off to. A lot of people have an idea of what things, or the way things are supposed to be, and the way things are supposed to go.
Yeah.
And everybody's different, so life really isn't like that, you know.
I think the thing too, like, is when you have a spouse or like a partner for life. You know what I mean? Like, you have to open up those horizons for yourself, for both you guys, because if it's the same thing all the time, it's just gonna be. It's just gonna be.
But also, it might be different.
levels.
It might be different when you're 30s than it is in your 40s. You know what I mean? You guys might hit a different part in your relationship where you're just lost them.
And that's like the whole thing. Like, you can't. I think so many people get locked into like, this is what marriage is. This is what a serious relationship is. It's like, it can be a lot of those things, but you can customize
But
it.
it can even be that in between you and your partner. It doesn't have to be with anybody else. It could be more exploration with you and your partner. I think.
Yeah.
And I think it's hard for, like, I don't know, like, some people, like, I don't know, it's like, we're all, I think, like, not we were all raised, but, like, people are just like, oh, like, sex was such a bad, like, it's such a bad thing.
It's a taboo subject.
Yes, but, like, I'm married. I'm literally doing everything that God said me. I'm married, and God, I could do.
He said you could tear that ass up if you want. You know what I mean? As long as she says okay.
Hey, amen.
Okay.
Amen.
Why put things in Jesus' hands? Because we all know he has holes in them.
Ooh,
it falls
Jesus
through.
Christ. Dammers.
I forgot what it said that hit so hard.
Honestly, that's from someone else's TikTok that she really hit me hard. It was like, why do people trust Jesus? He has holes in his hands. Don't put it in his hands. And I thought it was funny, so there you go.
That's intense.
Gotta put it in his spirit.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people who participate in BDSM.
Yeah.
And never involve anyone else besides them too. Like, you
just want to be in the environment.
You can be exclusive and have a BDSM relationship. Like, there's a difference between BDSM and, like, involving others. So
like, your monogamy's high, and so is, like, your exhibitionist or something like that,
like,
right?
you can totally do that. You can go, there's a lot of places that have, like, mattresses and, like, curtains. And if you close those curtains, it is common knowledge not to open them. Because if you want someone to watch you, you'll open it. So there are people who go and they watch other people banging. They watch the other activities on the main floor. And then they go into one of the secluded, like, stalls, close the curtains, and they just have time to themselves. And then there's a lot of aftercare. I think a lot of people don't realize that that's a given with BDSM, that there is aftercare. So... And that looks different for everyone. Some people
is that like insurance policy or something like that?
Icing?
Like, a little icing. Is there insurance policy with that? Is there switching afterwards? Or what?
Insurance policy. But it's making sure
is there ice baths or
that
what's
someone's emotional needs are met. So dominants also need aftercare.
I think that's like the hard the thing you don't understand. Like it's like an emotional. Like that's the only reason why anybody does it is because the emotional, and it might be physical, but like the emotional part at the end of the day, that's what they're succeeding for.
I think majority of the time, yeah, there are people who go to like the big group events that it's purely about sex. But for a lot of it, there is aftercare. So whether that looks like a massage or bringing you a stuffy or
massage
like
afterwards. Oh my
yes.
God.
Yes, the more beat up,
I'll show up at the end.
I'll show up at the end. Taking my massages. You stupid.
The more beat up I get, the more aftercare I receive. And like sometimes that looks
people,
like
a lot of people that like just like Willie, like I love doing like just taking care of people or
yes. I think a large majority, okay, maybe not majority. I think I'm putting a lot of my personal experiences in it. But a lot of doms, if a dom is not offering you aftercare, and honestly, even if a sub is not offering their dom aftercare, because some might not feel comfortable beating you to the point that you're bleeding, you have welts. And so they might need some comfort of like, you didn't do anything I didn't want you to. Like, I enjoyed that, and making them feel secure that they did not hurt you in a way that is detrimental to you. But then they also want to make sure, like, sometimes it's making sure I have snacks. It's making sure that I have water, and I'm not allowed to move. I'm like, they're like, you stay there, what do you want? Like, they always bring you water. That's just a dumb thing. You gotta make sure your subs are hydrated and properly cared for, but like rubbing you down and giving you massage and like even just praise, like, you did so good, you're such a good girl, like, I'm so impressed with you. I loved it.
It sounds
like,
pretty,
when you did this.
pretty good. You know what I mean?
It's a pretty good. It's so encouraging. Like,
Chris might join the community.
I mean, why
even when you're doing
it was good.
stuff,
Show up with his
yes.
voucher.
Even when you're doing stuff, they're like,
You got coupons, right? You guys got
you're
coupons?
so good at doing this. Like, you look so hot doing X, Y, Z.
Right.
I remember my question
And
now.
just like
That
really,
pillow
really,
talk kind of like.
kind of, but
bit.
like escalated.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then afterwards, like, obviously you're like, I think my record for times of coming in one session is 25.
Oh my god! If I came that much, I'd be fucking nothing. It'd be all like a shriveled.
No,
fucking, I'd be like a grape.
It literally is. I
Amazing.
have gotten sick from coming too much. Like,
You've gotten sick?
Yes. Where like I feel nauseous, I'm gagging because there's just so many hormones rushing around. You're like,
Maybe that's what
That would
happens.
take me a month. 25 times, that'd take me a month.
well, it took
month?
me 4 hours. So
Jesus.
okay, it might have been more than 4 hours. No, I
Nah,
don't think
I'd
I
be
did.
fucking-
I think it was about 2 or 3.
I'd be dead. I mean, just,
But it's very much
I'd be
like,
withered away.
what do you need?
Handful in a day, and I'm, I'm dragging my feet.
But so like how you're saying the guy that pays for your bondage first. So like, is there a lot of men like willing to pay? Like, are you like so it's like sugar daddies or like I don't know how that works. Like I don't know how like.
I have
good
been
way to
a
meet
sugar baby. That is completely different than a BDSM community. I mean, I'm basically paid to provide a girlfriend experience without the girlfriend drama. So, like, you can't piss me off. If I'm mad, I'm like, well, I guess I'm bitching to my best friend because you're paying me not to bother you. You're paying me to be a
For all the
girlfriend
girl parts.
when you want me to be a girlfriend, which is completely different than some
Is
people
that
like.
hard? But like sometimes if you're in a bad mood, then you have to like switch it or like is that no? It's just like
No, because
Is it like a job or is it like a connection kind of?
It's kind of in between where I can be like, I'm in a bad mood. I cannot deal with you today. And most of them are like, okay, whatever. Or if I say I'm in a bad mood, I get money because they want to cheer me up. But
I'd always be pissed.
at the same time, some of them are like, I have a girlfriend and kids and they can't know about you.
Oh,
And I'm like,
shit.
okay, well, tell me when you're available. But if any man's like, I'm not going to pay you until you sleep with me, that is a prostitute. That is not a sugar baby. That is not what I'm about.
Okay.
So if you are not paying me
Makes sense.
after the first date,
So what's like the definition of a sugar baby then?
it's paying for a girlfriend without the drama. You're paying me to be drama free.
So is
You're
there, like,
paying
a little,
me to
like
be
a little bit of sex or there's like sex
Is there
involved,
some people
or-
who just
A
want to
lot
like
of them-
talk?
Yeah. Like I've had a sugar daddy. I did not send him sexual pictures, no videos. Not like I just talked to him. I gave him advice on how to deal with his wife. I gave him advice on how to deal with his children. I gave him
Sounds to me like you're a therapist and you're just getting paid hella money. You know what I mean? Good money.
Sounds like he needs a
It's
therapist.
not- probably, honestly, probably. But don't go to therapist because I ain't like your money. I prefer
That's your
you to
advice?
pay me. Yes, you guys don't need a therapist. You just need me.
What's your OnlyFans? So we can tell everybody. You know what I mean?
I
Hashtag-
don't have an OnlyFans, but if there is a demand, comment what you'd pay.
Ooh, and then we'll figure it out. You know what I
yeah.
mean? We'll figure it out.
I would do it if I knew there was money in it. But girls have to advertise for that. I'm like, I'm not going on Reddit. I'm not posting
Yeah.
1,000 times. I'm not turning my Instagram into, like, pay for my OnlyFans, this and that. But if I knew people were like, yeah, I'll give you $25 a month to post some spicy shots, fuck yes. I would totally do that.
I would split my butthole apart for $25 a month if there was 50.
Well,
if there
right?
was 50
If you
subscribers.
have,
25.
like,
$25.
but think if you have, like,
For
even
50.
15 people.
One subscriber.
I'll probably do
If
something.
you
25.
had 20 people
Yeah.
subscribing for $15 a month and you were posting once, maybe twice a day, and then it's like long videos that are more than like 30 seconds, they have to tip you $50, $100 for, fuck yes, I would do
Yeah.
that. Like, I love
I just be
videos
giving
of myself.
porta potty shots, you know what I mean? Just after I'm done with the porta potty. You know what I mean? This is what I had.
Oddly enough, there's probably a kink site for that.
I got
Like,
it.
I've had friends who are breastfeeding. I'm like, can I videotape it and post it on a kink site? You would make so much money. Like,
My
guys,
wife's booze. My
guys
wife's
would
when she
pay
was
so
pregnant.
much money.
When Melissa's pregnant with our last, like, she had like double ass. This motherfucker
Right?
was huge, and I was just like, I looked
think-
at pictures like, oh my god, your titties were so big. They were ginormous.
There's
I think like OnlyFans, like if you could just like send like your people like just a pic whenever you post,
yeah.
like that's like the happiest I'll ever be is like I open a message or open a whatever and I have titties or just fucking
Right?
ass or something.
Like,
It's like for a guy,
It
you
is.
can pay for that. $5 a month, $10 a month.
see?
Hey, but
If you have
girls,
like 2,000 guys,
girls, you got a man? Just send him some titties. Titties make the world go round.
like $5 a month, you get one pic.
Boobs
Pay
are
someone
great.
else to send their titties.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Pay
Boobs are
someone
great.
else, like-
$100
Boobs
a
are
month,
good.
and you get like a titty pic a day. Whoo, it's over.
It's over.
100, I pay that.
I think that. Come, so I'll go bankrupt.
Shoot, I might invest in OnlyFans right now.
I saw a thing
That,
on TikTok where a girl was making an OnlyFans for men, like a
Manly
guide,
fans.
like a guide for like men
Oh,
to get
no,
on
no, no.
OnlyFans.
That's not true.
I saw it on TikTok.
No, I mean,
it's a book.
it's money because you probably have to pay $7
Yeah.
for the book.
I know how to
That seems to
do
be
it.
the magic number.
Yeah.
Anyone who's offering anything, if it's like affiliate marketing, OnlyFans, Sugar Baby, it's $7 a month. Apparently, that's the magic number is 7.
7?
Yeah.
Let's make it 8, Kevin.
I see $7.99 a lot. $7.99. $3.99. You could do $1.99. I'll give you feet pics all month. A pic a day.
Full finder.
Yep.
99 cents.
I do have a friend who has a foot fetish, and one time I was like, I actually love going out with her because at the end of the night when I'm like, my feet hurt, she's like, can I rub them? I'm like,
Oh,
fuck,
fuck.
yes,
Where's she
I
live?
would love that.
What's their address?
I ain't a friend like that.
No, she is amazing. She's a very good person. She's fun to hang out with, and like that's just a really good bonus.
Why doesn't she just make like a? She could be like a foot massager, and like she does
She's
everything
a
she
masseuse.
loves.
She's a professional masseuse.
Oh, really?
She already
And,
rubs
like,
feet.
The first time I met her,
So let's start
were-
from the feet up. Let's start with the feet, and then we'll finish with the
You're on my neck. So your feet, my neck. So your feet.
Your feet, Louis. You need to rub it. Like, no, it's just my neck.
No, the first time I met her, we were at a very small private orgy with, again, one of the doms I like to play with, and he usually has him and a bunch of other women. I was at his house like 2 weeks ago for his birthday. He was having an orgy. So it was me and 4 other girls.
Imagine like, Cal, my birthday's coming through. You coming through with the orgy or
Yeah,
what?
that's literally,
coming
and we
through?
planned an event before. We're like, what are we doing before? What's the theme? Let's go to dinner. So we, like, this year we went to the Oddities Curiosity, and then we went to dinner, and then we went back and we had an orgy. Like,
Sound like good.
I guess, yeah, no, it was really fun. But the first time she's like, can I play with your feet? I didn't know,
How far?
obviously, like, what her preferences were. And then all of a sudden she was like sucking my toes. And I was like, okay, that's interesting, but sure, like, whatever, that's fun. And then after that, we just became good friends. And now we like talk and hang out. And like the other day, she was like, if you want to sit on someone's face, come on over. And I was like, send me the Addy.
She's all send me
I
that.
couldn't do foot stuff. Like my feet are so sensitive.
Really?
Like I'm so ticklish.
Oh, mine are too, but
So-
again, it's different when you're in that moment. Like, my feet are so ticklish. When I get a pedicure, I'm like wiggling around, like giggling, and they have to like grip my foot with iron like hands. And in that moment,
Because they're
there's
talking
just
shit to you.
so
That's why they're talking shit about you.
so different.
And it made me knees, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah, you're talking shit.
You're just being nice. Compliments.
Sure, that's what they're
Shut
saying.
the fuck up. Have you ever got a pedicure?
No.
Oh, they're amazing.
Okay, so
I
you clearly
love
don't know what you're
pedicures.
talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Because they're amazing,
I've been
Calvin.
there.
They're amazing, Calvin. You gotta get yourself one. I
They
might
are
buy you one
nice.
for your birthday. You know what?
Thanks,
I'm
man.
gonna get you one for your birthday.
Thanks, bro.
Go
'Cause
together,
they're
hold
so
some
good.
hands.
You feel like a different person when you walk out. Seriously. You know, like when
Is this like our 100 subscriber episode right now?
yeah.
We
You
hit
know, like when
on YouTube.
Lieutenant,
so-
you know when Forrest Gump says new legs? That's how you feel. When Lieutenant Dan when he came out with the new legs.
Oh, yeah? New
That's,
feet?
new
New
legs.
toes.
New legs. That's what you're gonna be feeling like. You're walking on air. That's the best
Walking
feeling in the
on
world.
air.
Oh. My wife got me a massage too, and I haven't even gone yet. I gotta get one.
I love
You need
that.
to get her one.
Oh, I'm going to.
There's a surprising amount, maybe this is, I just draw them to me, But there's so many masseuses in the BDSM community. Like, I think they go into massage therapy because they like touching other people. But it is great energy where they're like, can I just rub you? And you're like, fuck yes, you can.
Mal would just be down for that. It's like,
You
I just
can
want
rub
to just
me
say
all
like get
night.
rubbed and no penetration.
I'll just show up and be like, I'm a massagee. I just like getting rubbed on.
I like getting rubbed.
There are people who do that.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
There,
Sign me up.
literally anything you could possibly be into. Like, people have this idea of what BDSM is, or, okay, BDSM is not the right phrase, but kinkiness.
Yeah.
You could be into anything and going back, I have a kink for being rubbed.
I want you to drink 24 beers while I sit here and watch you drink them.
There, that is,
beer cup?
yes.
A beer cunt?
There is,
Cook.
Cuck?
there are people who like
Cook.
to watch you eat and will pay you to eat certain foods. Like, I want to see you eat cheesecake, and for some reason that's like a thing to them.
Cheesecake?
Like, there's a site for people who want to watch you burp.
Ooh.
Or like you
I'll
can
be
sell
there.
your armpit hair.
I can burp on the
Ooh,
man.
I'm gonna bend the wifey over and make her
Dude,
cake.
hey, so I met this guy at the bar today, and they said they do this, I can't remember what the fuck it's called, but like they bet on blackjack, but like you bring in your coolest shit, like I bring the bushlight, my bushlight sign or whatever, you bet with that, but like he lost one time, he had to drink his own pubes in beer, like he shaped all of his pubes into a cup and he had to drink with beer. That's how what they betted on, like.
That seems like a mistake to do that.
But like imagine winning something cool, you know what I mean? Like a whole bunch of like pubes on a wall or something, you know what I mean? That'd be cool.
That's something cool.
You know what I mean?
Let's win something cool. Your pubes on my wall.
Yeah. Your cup of pubes right
It's
here.
like you don't realize what you just said.
So I got that motherfucker. I told you I'd get you. No, but that's what I was like, what?
You be like a motherfucker that keeps people's like pinkies after you kill them or some shit.
Pinkies? No, I would never kill anybody.
Their elbow skin.
What? Stupid.
Nah, I could never kill
I
anybody.
feel like that's
Could
not a
you
good response. Oh, I could get away with murder. 100%.
Ooh, fuck. I know.
I could totally do that.
I'd give myself away as soon as I cop. I did it!
Yeah, Chris
I'm
can't,
sorry!
Chris can't lie.
I can't lie.
Simple.
Over 50% of murders never get solved. Like, cops don't even try. They're just like, man, he's dead.
I can bury something in my soul pretty deeply.
You think so?
Yeah.
Forever?
Yes. I could.
Never
yes.
speak to a soul.
You just gotta have pigs.
Ooh, pigs eat everything.
Yeah,
I'll have some
exactly.
soon. When I get my farm.
Shut the fuck
Okay, so serial killer over here.
Yeah, got one.
Remember he was like, can you skin person in one version?
Yeah.
Now we know why he was
One
asking.
swift move. Can you skin a person?
Hey,
Gonna be a lot of bodysuits.
burn the hair off first.
Toenails
No.
and teeth. Toenails and teeth.
No body parts, just the skin.
Just ass cheeks. That's
Just
all
the
covers. Just the dicks.
You could have a trophy case.
Just dicks.
Of skin dicks.
I'll taxiderm them.
Taxiderm.
I took a
Ooh,
class.
That'd be genius, dude.
I didn't.
That's
take
what I
a
want my
class.
wife to do when I die. I want my dick to be taxidermed.
She
just
bangs
hang
herself
up-
with it?
Just hanging out, yeah. You know what I
You
mean?
guys
Enjoy
know they
yourself.
have that for when you're not dead. It's called
Yeah.
the clone-a-willy.
Yeah, I know.
You can make
I'm
it
gonna
fun.
make one.
You can make it vibrate. You can have a vibrating bullet anywhere in it.
I tried that, but my
Mm.
wife said she wanted a bigger one.
I don't like this one.
So is there a bigger
doesn't
size?
do the
No,
job.
Calvin, I didn't order this one. I ordered the other one.
I ordered the bigger size. I ordered the medium.
This one looks like a white dick. This is not the one I wanted.
Oh, shit. That'd be fun.
What, ordering dicks?
Cloning your dick.
Although I feel like that's hard because you have to stay hard for so long.
Imagine
I'll get
that.
you
You
one for your
have to
birthday.
take.
That's what I'm saying. Men
A
have it
lot
harder.
of them.
Men have it harder. You have to stay hard.
Fuck you. No, they don't.
You gotta overcome.
How much? How much do you have to like, how much do you have to come?
Overcome.
How much cum do
You have to,
over?
in order to hold your cum, you gotta overcome. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Yeah.
at least enough to fill that double shot of.
That?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Wait, are you saying oh my god because that's hard or easy?
No, I can fill up like 4 of those.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
messing. I cannot. There's no way.
Damn, that seems like a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I don't think
An
that's
ounce
much.
or 2 ounces? How much is this?
That's
I
2
don't
ounces.
know. I feel like when I take a shot, that's like the same amount.
Oh my god.
That comes no. Well, you
Which
guys
shot
might
are you
know.
talking about?
This one. Like
Oh,
the
okay,
one
I
you
was
poured
wondering-
me that was like up to here. I feel like that is a good
The same
amount of
amount?
cum to have in your mouth. Like that's the same
Nah.
amount. No.
Is that multiple partners or is that just
No,
one?
that's what you think. I like was like shoot it in here so I can like figure it
Or
out.
did you do it
Hey,
for one?
some people are into that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you never know.
You
Some-
know
they
what?
fill it
Yes,
up.
some people are.
They're all.
Then I'll spike my shit.
Then I'll fill this motherfucker up.
I probably would.
Spike my drink.
I could Yep, no.
There's no
keep that
way.
to myself.
Oh my god, that's so much. It's so thick too.
It's
You know,
so thick. Have you tried a lot of cum?
Cooked mushrooms smells like jizz.
I have heard that I don't like
shiitake mushrooms.
avocado. I hate avocado, but my friend told me that if you eat avocado with nothing on it, it tastes like a clean dick.
That's why I hate avocados. I always hate the.
She's like, it literally
I'm
tastes
sorry,
like
but
a
I
dick.
love avocados. Just a raw avocado, you know what I mean? Fresh
I'm
off
raw dogging this avocado.
fresh off the tree.
I don't know if that's true or not, because again, I don't eat avocado, but she's like,
It tastes
I
like
heard that it
what is
tastes
a
like a
clean
freshly
dick?
showered dick.
A fresh dick.
And
damn.
she's like, it 100% does.
I tell my wife that.
So I'm going to just
my
trust
wife
her
loves
word.
avocado. So we'll see how that
Let's
works.
call her on the phone right now.
Yeah, we will. She's
Come
probably
on to the
asleep.
shed, please. We need to know what a clean dick tastes like.
Nah,
Get under the
she-
table real quick.
I don't know what a clean one tastes like.
It's always dirty. You stupid. This is a great podcast. That's what I gotta say. This podcast is fucking. This is a good one. It's probably the best.
Yeah, we hyped it up, so it should not disappoint.
No. What do you think, Cal?
What are we at? What time are we at?
Oh, we're good. I'm just saying, like, what do you think about this whole situation here? We went into it hard right now. We were not into it hard, but like, subjectively, right?
This is a pretty good podcast for me and Chris, because normally we're pretty immature.
Yeah, we're asking like mature
So,
questions, and
we've said some stupid shit,
but like not
I
that
feel like
bad.
we've kept it together for the most part. I'm proud of us.
I am too. Because we go off the walls.
Oh, no.
We'll go off the rails too.
I don't
Fucking
think
just
I'm
talking
very
about some
mature,
stupid shit.
so I'm not a good judge of this.
Do you need like I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this.
First, you can finish your chip.
I'm gonna say this to be funny.
First, you can finish your chip. Please
I
finish
feel
your
like that's
chip.
not a good start.
This is a joke. But
not
is
a
there
good
very
start.
many quadriplegics that are into this?
What?
People like taking care of other people.
I think that's yeah. People like taking care of the people. Like I like taking care of the people, but my version of that is like, how hard can I make you come? How fast can I make you come? And like vice versa, other people are like, how many times can I
But
make
like,
you come?
don't you think they have the chance to?
Yeah, everyone
I'm
does.
sure they're in the.
That's like the whole thing. It's like a balance of power, but it's also equal because even when you're not in power, you are because you've already
It's
told them.
It's everyone's pretty much equal there then.
Yes.
I'm sure there's someone missing a limb in a BDS community somewhere,
Ooh,
Oh,
just fucking it up too. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Everyone wants a piece of them.
or a kink community. I'm sure.
These are jokes. These are really jokes. I'm just being funny.
If you guys are wondering why they got banned on TikTok,
Chris.
now you know.
Chris.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to be funny. That's all I'm trying to be. That's all.
Try a little harder.
God. You're laughing.
I know, but okay, I just like to talk a lot of shit.
Seriously.
Doesn't matter whether or not it's true. I
No,
will
yeah,
talk it
that's
whether
it.
or not it's true.
No, me and Calvin are like, we love everybody. You know what I mean?
I did notice your experimentalist
Yeah.
went up. So is that just like trying new things? You're like, this ain't bad. Like I'm into more. Like I'm more
So
open
yeah,
now.
Yeah.
So how does that work? Like when you're trying something new with other people, like how does that like?
Yeah, because I guess you were more open now than when you started.
Oh yeah.
So
So how does that like work?
100%.
Like trying something new, you know what I mean? They're like, oh,
Yeah.
I bet you like this, but like, how does that like? Does someone come up to you and say, I bet you like something like this, or like you know what you like?
I think it's a lot of like, what are you into? Conversations where they're like, I like this, this, and this, and you're like, I've never tried these 3 things,
Yeah.
but I'm not opposed to them. So
Yeah.
like, let's try it.
So
And
like, has
I'm
anyone said
very-
like anything like, I bet you would like this,
Yeah,
or like?
all the time. I give off vibes that I'm kinky. Like I get matches on dating websites that's like, I bet you like this. I'm like, who the fuck told you? Like, is there a site that is detailing this? Because yes, I do like that.
I think it's your nose ring.
But It's only got stuck in one person's pubes once. So.
What? What did you say? You dissect it so it's
No, it's my nose ring.
Oh, yeah.
I do have a lot of piercings in my face. That is true. But not so long ago, I was giving a blowjob and I have this little nose chain, right? And I don't know what the fuck happened, but it got tangled up in his pubes.
That motherfucker was coarse. That's the coarse pubes, you know what I mean?
It pulled it out.
Oh,
and
your nose ring?
Yes.
Oh,
The
that
chain.
motherfucker was strong.
Some roots.
He's like, oh, the pews are holding on.
The chain and the piercings all came out.
Dang.
And I was just like, you can take care of that later. And I kept going.
That's what happened
Like,
on Bojo.
I didn't even stop. I was like, you can fix that later. And then I
don't know.
finished my blowjob.
If I got my fucking pews pulled
you
like
bleeding?
that hard.
No.
Oh.
No. Granted, the ones I had in were the spiral ones, so they come out easy.
Oh, yeah. I know what you
It's
mean.
not
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they were in there securely. They were pretty... Yeah, no, like when I put on makeup, I would roll it down. Now I have some better ones in there because I'm like, I don't want that to happen again because I didn't get that chain back. And they're fucking expensive, you guys.
Yeah, I've never seen that before.
He's probably still walking
Oh,
around with
I
it, you
love
know
my
what I mean?
nose chain.
He's
It
probably
took
still
me,
walking around with it, just hanging off his
He's
pews.
on his nipples.
It took 5
Souvenir.
piercings to get this side even.
Oh.
And after the one person fucked it up, waited 2 weeks, went and got it re-pierced. That wasn't even, waited 2 weeks. So then I went in and she pierced it, wasn't even. And she's like, can we just keep piercing until we get it even? And I was like, yeah, sure. But to make sure the holes don't combine, she had to leave the earring in and then re-pierce it. So they didn't combine with each other. So she did that 3 times with different earrings in. So it was real tight until she finally took out the other ones. And we're like, I think that's pretty even. Like, you can't get more even than this. Because at one point, she's like, I can't keep having you come in and re-piercing it for free. Like, my shop doesn't allow that.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to charge $15. So unless you keep using the same needle and just keep putting it in. I was like, you know what? It's fine. Let's just go. And then I think even at that time, I was like, I'm kinky. It's fine. Just hurt me. And she's like, oh, okay. Like, it got a little awkward after that. But I was like...
She's like, I'm going to hit this motherfucker at the first mark, you know what I mean? I'm trying to get her out of here.
Like, I'm sure you guys have seen, like, those people who get, like, the piercings and then they send them.
Have you seen people who hang themselves?
Yes!
Oh, they're back.
Those people
Oh!
have to be kinky. They are not just people who like that. They want to fuck after it. I'm convinced.
After
I
it?
don't know that for sure. I'm making that up in my
My
head.
Or during.
folks getting fucked.
Or during? Just be like, fucking... I think Chris Angel did that.
I can see that.
Chris
Yeah.
Angel.
That fits.
That motherfucker kinky.
For a while, I was
That motherfucker
super...
levitated on the fucking pyramid, dude.
That's how good it was.
That motherfucker crazy.
That hit
He's
his
just like-
G-spot.
Oh!
Afterwards, he slammed down. He's like, Prince Albert. That's a new piercing.
I don't know about Prince Albert. You know what Prince Albert is, right?
Those?
I have one.
Cal? No, he doesn't.
I want to get my nipples pierced so bad, but they're very sensitive and I'm scared.
Ooh.
Because not everyone, my piercers have told me that the healing hurts worse than the piercing.
Ooh.
And I've also been told that the Medusa is a more painful piercing to get done. So I'm like, oh, I can handle that. And they're like, but the healing of the nipples hurt way worse.
My wife
I
says she
really
likes
wanna get
guys
them
who
done.
nipples are pierced. I was like,
Oh,
That's
I want to
weird.
get it
That
done
is weird.
so bad. Why?
No, guys.
Why, though?
Weird for guys.
I don't
Girls-
have. I don't
No,
have
my
nipples.
question is still,
boobs
why?
look better with the nipple pierced.
Yeah, but on nipples you can bite it.
Like I have no nipples, so like I don't know why I'm gonna pierce. Like it's flat. Like that's a flat nipple.
Mine are flat until they
You're
get
gonna pierce them
hard.
for Melissa?
I think I might.
You should.
You know, you can get magnet ones.
What does that mean?
What do you
Like
mean?
we connect?
They're
not real.
Oh, magnet.
they're magnets.
You
Ooh,
should.
I'll try it on. I'll try it on.
And then people are
Shit.
like, they're also like clamps. Because obviously the magnet like squeezes them. But you can get suction clamp. There's so many different kinds of clamps. You can get suction clamps. You can get like just normal clamps. You can use clothespins. But the suction clamps you like put over and you twist it and it sucks it out until it's hard enough. So
I don't
you
know
can
about
like
that.
adjust how
I
hard
think my nipples have ever been hard.
you need suction clamps. I'm
Like your
ordering some
finger.
for your wife tonight. I'm getting them sent here.
Paper clips, dog.
And I'm gonna tell her, fucking use these.
Yeah, I don't know. My nipples.
Get the big paper clips. Like not the paper clips, the bobby pins.
Binders.
No, the
bobby pins.
They hang the clothes and stuff.
No, the binders.
No, the fucking bobby
The
pins.
paper binders. No, bobby pins are lame. Don't fucking do that shit. Hey, I have one in my hair. You want it? No, I don't. I lied. I don't have any
my
bobby
nipples
pins
get
in my
hard
hair.
for anything like.
Your nipples have never
Safety
been
pin?
hard.
Is it a safety pin?
Okay, now I want you to get them pierced just because they've never been hard. And I feel like that's
I
needed
don't think they
now.
could.
I was pinching my
flat.
nipple for at least a
No.
minute right there.
So apparently a lot of people get their nipples pierced because they don't stay hard. Like, overshare, mine are kind of flat until I get super turned on and then they get hard. But my piercers, like, a lot of people are self-conscious about that because they're called innies.
I got an innie.
Yeah, and so girls get self-conscious about that, so they get them pierced so they're always outies. I feel like my hands are doing really cute things right now. It's a lie. I don't think they are.
I was pinching my nipples for a while. It's all good.
I feel like...
I'm gonna try the magnets.
Is this fun?
I'm gonna try the magnets. See what Miles can do.
I will Etsy them to you.
And I'll give her the
I
pizza
have-
over like you like this.
So many things in my Etsy that are dirty.
I don't think I ever have something in my butt because there's no way. Like, I don't even want. Like, I try to do
I feel like you
You
want to
can
put
get-
something up there. You
No,
talked
I
about
put-
it quite a few times.
I
today.
put whatchamacallit? What's those things?
Butt plug?
No, the other things
The beads?
that like makes you feel better because like it helps.
Enema?
The beads.
You. No, no beads. It's fucking. It makes
An
you, like,
enema!
shut the fuck up! No, it's not.
Is it liquid?
It's like
squirted
it's
water?
like a little like shut up. It's like soap or something. I don't fucking know.
Soap! You put
It's
soap
not.
in
It's
your
not
butt.
soap. It's a
A
fucking.
bar of soap?
No, it's a fucking. What's the thing called?
A dick!
No.
A little one?
A cock! A dildo!
The other thing
What
you
is
put in
cock?
your butt.
Yeah, the other thing you put in your butt.
Okay, all I'm thinking is butt plugs,
No.
and a cock.
So, like medical reasons.
Yeah, no, enema.
No.
Oh, the doctor, his finger.
Trigger-happy cough!
Fuck everybody! It's a fucking.
A probe.
Shut up! I can't think of it!
Is it not a probe?
It's like this big. It's a little thing that you put in there.
My binky?
It's a probe. And it has a camera.
No camera. There's no connection. Shut up!
Does it have Wi-Fi?
There's no Wi-Fi.
A sour sucker.
Does it vibrate?
No!
Is it pink?
Oh, fuck. I can't even think. Like, you guys are fucking throwing so much shit out of my.
Did it come from your wife's
I have
closet?
ADHD and I can't fucking. What do you put up your butt to make you feel better?
Constipation.
Yes, it's kind of like that. What's that thing called?
An enema.
No, a placebo or it's not
A
placebo.
pill?
No, yeah, it's kind of like a pill, but it's in liquid form.
It's an enema, dog.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I know that's one.
An enema's
Repository.
water. Suppository.
Suppository.
That is an
That's
enema, bitch.
No, it's a suppository.
That's a type of enema.
No, it's not.
Yes,
It's a type
it
of
is.
enema.
No, it's not.
Do you know you can put coffee up your ass and apparently it makes you really wired? I
It goes
watched
straight
My
to your
Strange
bloodstream.
Addiction
It goes straight
a
to your
lot.
bloodstream.
I do tea bags.
Calvin teabags
It's a
himself.
gentle one.
Calvin teabags himself.
I just stick tea bags in. Like a pouch.
It's a different kind of teabagging.
Calvin
So
rolls it
someone's
up,
balls.
Oh, that
It's
motherfucker.
just teabags up
This
my
motherfucker
ass.
hitting different today. A suppository is not an enema.
Close enough, honey.
No, it's not.
Close
But
enough.
I stuck it up there and it shot it right out. My body just rejected it.
No, that's called. That's the same thing an enema does.
No, I know, but my body
Do you
rejected
know
it.
porn stars do it with grape juice?
Up their butts
Yeah.
to clean them out, or
Yeah, I can't remember why specifically it's grape juice, but
like if they're gonna do
you
anal,
can Google it. Yes, if they're doing a Google shoot, they do enemas with grape juice.
because it's like.
And I
cleansed?
can't remember why it's grape juice, but
Is
there
it because
is
it's
a
like
reason.
triple like filter or something like that?
Maybe I just said it. I can't fucking remember.
Cranberry juice or like grape juice?
No, grape juice.
Like straight up
Literally, I
grape.
said grape juice.
Which one?
Welch's?
The
maybe?
green or the green or
No, it's,
the
it's purple.
the purple grape?
It's purple.
So that's wine.
What are you fucking?
I'm reading. I'm gonna read what Chris did. So anyone has any questions? Suppositories have a base made from a substance like gelatin or cocoa butter.
Yes, it was.
That
Cocoa
surrounds
butter.
the drug. Thank you. As the warmth of your body melts the outside, the drug slowly releases different types of suppositories go into the
That is not an enema.
vagina or rec or
I think
ducts
I'm gonna need another shot of vodka for this.
that empties your bladder called a urethra.
It came out as soon as I put it in. All right. So that was my whole story.
Suppositories
As soon
help
as I
with
inserted
vaginal
it,
odor.
it just shot it out. My body shot it out. I can't do nothing else about it. It just rejected it, and that's.
You gotta stick it in deeper. You can go
I
deeper.
tried to. It was just my ball clenched on my finger. I didn't know what to do.
You did not relax. You did not relax.
Were you on your back or your belly?
I was standing.
No, standing's
I'm
a
standing
bad.
just like
No,
this.
that's
You lay on your back.
bad.
That's
You lay on your back
That's
and pick up a leg.
bad. You can't. No, that's bad.
How you can get something in your butt when you're standing up?
Yeah.
My wife
You
does
gotta
it.
be super relaxed. You need lube.
Standing, that's what she
You
was
need
talking
some
about.
like meditation music.
Ooh, Calvin knows everything about meditating.
Yeah.
Your butthole's probably. Dude, that
Super
motherfucker-
loose.
Oh, dude, no.
Super loose
In the-
butthole.
I'm working on like breathing in the morning, right?
Motherfucker's calm.
I'm like working on breathing like
You just fart?
breathing like your belly in and out,
Yeah.
like squeezing and stuff. And I'm like, oh, I gotta shit. Like meditation, I'm like, just fight it. 5 more minutes. And I'm like, I gotta fucking go. I just feel my tummy rumbling and shit. Every morning.
Oh, fuck. That went down a fucking. Sorry, guys.
Different lane there.
Fuck.
Different lane.
Fuck me, right? You know what I mean? Dude, but seriously, my body just rejects that kind of stuff, you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm into it.
What do you mean? I think you just haven't put the right things into it.
No.
Maybe it was the wrong finger you're using. Try a different finger. Try my thing.
Try
is
the middle one.
Try the squatting
No,
dog.
you try to go with the thumb first, then you go with the pinky. You know, just.
I don't know. You gotta get like a
Amazing
little
one.
bit of like. You should jack off and then do it because you're nice and relaxed.
I heard that's the G spot, but I don't know.
Wow.
No, there is.
If my wife puts her finger
You
in
know
my
what?
butt, there's something else gonna be coming out. You know
I
what I mean? If I
have-
sneeze one time, that's it. We're done. Forever. For life. You know what I mean? If I sneeze all over, you know what I mean? It's gonna happen.
I've never pegged a man, but I've pegged a woman.
A mini woman?
Yeah.
A mini?
No,
A mini.
many.
Oh, I said a
women.
mini woman.
No, just like multiple.
I keep trying to do a anal with my wife, but she won't fuck me in the ass.
You just gotta work up to it intensity wise.
Thomas is just playing jokes.
She won't peg me.
She won't peg me.
No, my dream is to peg a man, but no man wants to be pegged by me.
That's intense, you know what I mean? That's...
No.
I don't know about all
I want
that.
to do it so bad.
Like a strap on and just fucking give it to him.
Yes.
Like, do you want him bent over, or do you want to pick up his legs?
No, I want him bent over.
You should
I'm
pick up
bent
his
over.
legs. You tell a guy you want to pick up his legs.
I
Just way
will.
more.
I'll do that too, but I want
If
to
he ever
start.
happens, then just flip him over and he won't know what to do. Just flip
The
him over.
funny thing is, I don't like anal, but I'm like, I want to do it to you. I don't like it, but I would like to do it to you, please.
That is ruthless.
Well, everyone likes different stuff.
I don't know.
That's true. You're
I
not
don't
an
know
anal taker, you're an anal
many
giver.
men who are like, cut me, bitch. But I'm like, cut me, bitch, and then let me fuck you up the ass.
Chris almost fucked up right there.
I do this?
Yeah.
Make a joke.
I don't know.
Ha 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 ha. 13 reasons why.
Don't say that. That's why you gotta cut across river. Not up. That bitch cut up and she was fucking in it for real. That's fucking terrible. It's terrible, like, people go through that and you get...
It's terrible that young kids go through that.
Exactly.
You know?
I might just be mentally fucked, but I don't feel like me self-harming.
Jesus Christ.
As a middle schooler, like, was that bad? But, you know that...
She
saying
went-
that out loud just made it sound way more fucked up.
She
than it
went
was
all
in my
quarters,
head.
though, you know what I mean? She went the full quarters. You just went the first half, you know what I mean? That's... To go that far, that's so sad. Like, I don't ever want anyone to I don't ever want to make anyone feel that bad. Like, I fuck around a lot, but, like, I would never want someone to feel that bad.
Sometimes people do not like this opinion of mine, but I
No,
am
no, you're good.
pro-suicide. And it's not right for everyone, but some people it is. Like, my brother fought for probably 13 years with drug addiction, just depression, everything. And he sincerely tried, like, every possible avenue he could do, he attempted, and it didn't work. And then eventually when he did end up taking his own life, I was like, that's probably best for you, buddy. Like, you were miserable in life. No matter what you tried, you were miserable.
Being
And-
alive and...
Yeah. And I'm like, I mean, it's definitely shouldn't be a go-to or like the easy out, But at a certain point, I'm like, what
what
point
what
of quality of life?
Yeah.
Where I'm like, it's been 13 years and your quality of life has not improved. Is that acceptable? Or like people with cancer who are like, I don't choose treatment because it's so terrible. Like,
so happened to my grandma had multiple myeloma, and then she fought for like 5 years, and then she was just like, I'm done.
Oh yeah, 90% of doctors would never ever choose treatment of cancer, of the chemo and the intense treatments, because the treatments usually make you sicker than the actual cancer, so they wouldn't choose it. And it's like, if your doctors wouldn't choose it, why would you? And then why would they be like, well, if you don't want treatment, good luck fucking suffering.
Yeah. I think it's just like anything else. There's a stigma and like a certain way you're supposed to view it. But I think a lot of times it's the hardest thing you can do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you've ever been that sad and that upset about something, and that's like, it seems so easy, but that's like the hardest thing.
To be right there, then and there, you know what I mean? Right then and there, making that decision.
To contemplating everybody you love and everything like that. I mean, that's the hardest thing you can do.
So many people that take that consideration. Like, think about all the people who are going to miss you and all of the people who do love you. And at what point does their love for you trump, like, your quality of life, where you're just like, I'm miserable and I've tried everything. Like, I've put my best effort I can possibly put for a year or more in, and it's just not improving. Like, it's a hard balance to figure out what is
and what is
right and what's not, and how soon is too soon, and there's just so many elements.
And then, like, feeling that you tried so hard, but like some people might say you didn't try hard enough, but you feel like you tried.
I didn't try hard enough for you, but for me, that was an extreme effort.
We've gone through a whole eclipse here.
Yeah, we have.
Emojis to spirituality.
Tense.
I don't think
suicide.
I don't think
things up your ass.
Like, I think it depends on your view of like what happens after this life and stuff like that. But I think everyone's on a journey, and you don't know what that journey is until it's over. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You just gotta do your best, and you don't know when it's gonna end. Just like anybody else.
You never know.
Yeah.
Even if you try to take yourself, you still don't know when it's gonna end because you might not.
Sometimes those bastards are like, fuck you gotta stay.
Yeah.
Jerks.
Yeah, when it's your time, it's your time. I believe that.
No, that's good heavy. That's good heavy. This is good heavy. This is real talk. It's real talk, you know what I mean? People don't like talking about it. A lot of people don't.
People say we don't get serious enough. How about this, huh?
Let's just vogue while we talk about suicide.
No, but it's crazy because...
Shout out to suicide prevention. I'll put the number right here. If you guys need help, reach out.
Reach out. Or even just call me, Calvin, personally.
Yeah, most of you are our friends.
Yep.
Go to an orgy.
There you go.
That's a good release. Find your release.
It really is, though. Like,
find your release.
It truly is.
Find your happiness. What makes you happy? And then guess what? Whoever doesn't like it, they can go fuck off, because as long as you're happy, that's all that matters. That's at the end of the day, that's all it is as long as you're happy. And if anyone says that you're doing anything wrong or you should be unhappy, just continue doing what you're doing, because as long as you're happy, then that's all you can do.
I think find what you love, and then find also people who love that.
Yeah.
And you'll find a community who like take care of you for the most part.
I think there are people who act out like desires of suicide without actually, committing to the long-term effects of it. Like, people who like to be choked to almost the point of unconsciousness. Like, there is ways to kind of
get to
dance with the line of death and suicide without actually committing.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like you say, there's guidelines to how far you're gonna push, and then everyone. And if something does happen, there's people there that's gonna make sure they're gonna be okay.
Oh yeah, I don't think anyone has pushed so far where it's like, call the ambulance, but you can push those lines of like, I'm flirting with the desire of suicide and like hanging myself or cutting myself to the point I bleed out.
And you could probably explain it to those people.
Play with those things.
You could probably explain it to those people better than you could probably to your loved ones, you know what I mean?
And I think they get it, where it's like, I get your pain and wanting this release through this avenue and giving that to you without having it be so
dramatic or like so far. Yeah, so permanent.
Without pushing it to the point where it's severely like life-threatening. And kind of like, I know I've done that where I'm like, I'm in such a bad place mentally that I would like to end my own life, but I'm like, beat me up. And they're like, okay, yeah. And then after that, you're like, no, I didn't want to die. I needed this release of pain and emotion within me. And for whatever reason, that physical pain or whatever activity is going on provides enough release to be like, I didn't actually want to die. I needed this physical release that I didn't fully understand until I engaged in this.
And I think that's like, that's what I'm saying, like, people don't understand, like, you know what I mean? It might be taboo, but it might be just
things
taboo
aren't,
free.
though. Things shouldn't be taboo, though, because everybody's different, and everybody has a different life experience. So for you to judge somebody based on what you think is okay based on your life experiences is wrong. Because you don't know anything about how their life went or any of their experiences. That's the way I see everything. It's like you have no right to judge anybody about anything because you have no clue what they've been through. Even today, what they've been through. You know what I mean? They might have lived the best life. You know, someone who you think is perfect. And today, their life just went to shit and you have no clue, you know? So you can't project your own ideas.
Can unravel quickly. Like where it can go from, 40% to 90% in the matter of hours. And like you said, a lot of people don't understand that. And having someone, not even a community, but just like that one person who you can go through with, like, this is what I'm feeling like. I'm feeling like killing myself. I'm feeling like hanging myself, this and that. Where they're like, I can give you a sensation of somewhat fulfilling what that is. Yeah. But then it's also...
at the end of it, I promise you it'll be better. Or, like, not even, like, at the end of it, like, I bet you'd feel better.
Yeah, where it's like...
Because someone might go through that and then be like, I don't want this to ever happen to me, even get close to this ever again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, might not even necessarily be that, but it's just like... I feel like I can't breathe because so much is weighing down on me emotionally that I feel like it's suffocating me.
Yeah,
and then having that basically inflicted more like a physically manner of like choking me and like actually making me not be able to breathe is a different type of release of relating that emotion of what feels like I can't breathe to being physically I can't breathe is enough of a correlation and a release that it's like I feel like now that is almost fulfilled.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm describing that right.
It's kind of like, okay, I can breathe, but I know I couldn't breathe, like, physically. So, like, when I get emotionally that way, I know I can still breathe. I can still breathe. I can still... But because I know that I can...
I don't want to breathe anymore. And you're not being able to breathe anymore. And you're like, okay, I'm good now. Now that I've having that taken away and
we need to start some counseling, you know what I mean? If you guys want to come on, we're all going to be here, you know what I mean? It's going to be a good time in the shed, you know what I mean? We got some counseling because I think this is some next level shit because it's a real thing. Like, I think a lot of people are just like
there's more emotions tied to it than you think.
Yes, exactly.
Like, it's not just all this crazy shit. There's a lot of emotions and like mentality that go into it that people don't.
And empowerment too.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot of empowerment.
I think
I've gotten a lot more confident in it of being like, fuck you, like this is me, this is what I want, this is that. Yeah. And just giving yourself the permission to be needy and to voice those things, because I think traditionally a lot of women are trained to be like, no. What you want doesn't matter. What your partner wants, or like this is the role you're meant to play. Right. And breaking out of that is very empowering. And when you have a community that accepts that, it's even more so empowering.
I don't think enough people, I think some people are like who have trouble with like sex and stuff like that don't see it as like a fun or like as a release. Mm-hmm. You know, they see it more as like kind of have to do this for my partner or like a thing like that, you know?
I think it is hard, like when you think like you have to do it for your partner. You know what I mean? Because I like doing it because I like pleasing my wife. You know what I mean? That's why I love doing it. I'd rather have her be pleasured than me be pleasured.
That's a cute thing.
And I'd rather have her do anything before me.
I want to see this test next week.
I know, right? Post the results now.
Oh, shit. What time is it?
10:30.
Oh, that's not too late. Thank God.
I have to pee.
You go pee.
Yes.
You go pee and then come back.
Yeah.
Okay.
$9:30. This is gonna be a long one.
Oh, it's gonna be well worth it though.
I'll do part 1 and part 2 if I have to. Dude, lately uploading has been a bitch. I don't know what's going on with Comcast in my area, but it's been taking like 2. Not even just Comcast.
Dude, my phone too. Like I try to load up TikTok and it takes forever.
Dude,
or ESPN.
Just my phone processing.
Yeah.
Has been taking an extra hour to process everything. Just
Oh,
to,
really?
So our video last week was an hour and 25 minutes, and it took over 2 hours to process. Before they were going under an hour, and I'm not even like max disk space or anything like that.
Yeah.
Everything's on my other hard drive.
The same thing happened to me, dude. I was like, even if I pull up like TikTok, it takes forever. Or like ESPN, it takes like a minute for it to load. I'm like, what is going on? I paid all this money for this.
Ooh. Damn, those damn Russians, bro. They're
That's gonna
fucking up
beat
our
me.
satellites.
Fuck. I had my number 1 spot for a long time.
I should be winning in I should win in all my leagues this week. 3-0.
Let me see, Calvin.
3-0 week. Last week I went 0-3, Chris. I smacked
You
you.
put up
What are you talking
116?
about?
Not me.
Yeah. Shaker Solutions. What is it? I was playing you in one of the leagues.
Oh,
I beat
the Wife's League?
Yeah.
You put up 116 today.
In the wives leagues?
No, in the big league.
Oh, I know. All my players is good.
You put up 116 in the
Quarter chub.
in the worst bye week of all time. There's no Justin Jefferson, there's no Stephon Diggs, there's no Josh Allen, there's like the
no
worst. Fuck. I'm gonna be tied for first place again. Huh?
I said, what about stepping on dicks?
No, Stephon Diggs.
Sucking.
Oh.
Sucking on dicks.
I've done both, so.
You stepped on a dick?
Yeah.
Oh my
No,
God.
yes.
Were you asked to?
Yes.
Like
Like-
with their heel? Or their feet?
Stilettos.
Or barefoot?
No, stilettos.
Oh, no, there's no
Like,
way.
they want it digging in. And I'm like,
What?
isn't this gonna damage shit?
Oh,
I can do a
my.
barefoot.
I cannot do that.
I feel like that'd feel weird.
Just
but,
stomping
you know.
on a dick. Just
No, that's the thing. That's the thing.
see, there's something for everybody.
Must
If
be
you
a
want-
big
There
one
is.
because
If you want to get your
It
dick
is.
stomped,
It actually is a huge fetish of like dicks or like ball stomping. I think it's called ball stomping.
No!
God.
Where they want to like, it's not the dick, it's the balls.
You getting stomped on?
Yes.
There's no
with
way.
like stilettos, and I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna pop something.
I feel like
Oh my-
it's making my balls hurt right now.
God.
Fun things. The more you know.
like, imagine a little point like this big is fucking stomping on your balls.
Right?
Imagine if that's what you test high in. You want to get ball stomped?
I don't know what that would
100%?
be. What category would that
Is
fall
that-
under? Humiliation,
is that like-
maybe?
No, that'd be like submissive.
Masochist?
Submissive.
No.
Yeah.
Submissive is just wanting to serve your partner. Masochist is enjoying the
You're
pain.
submissive.
Yeah, I am submissive there.
Yeah, and then
Masochist
I think
is like-
sadist is inflicting the pain,
Masochist.
is enjoying it.
Oh, I'm good.
Yeah. It's like,
I don't like the pain. Imagine getting my balls stomped. There's no way.
that doesn't mean, just because you don't want your ball stomped doesn't mean you're not a masochist. Like,
I still don't like getting hurt.
okay, well, then there's your answer.
Emotionally or physically, you know what I mean?
I'm good with pain, but I just don't like it.
No, I love it.
Like, even getting my hair pulled and shit, I'm like, bitch,
Oh,
get your
yeah.
hands off my hair!
Meanwhile, I'm like, you're not pulling hard enough, bitch.
Yeah, it's like, I'll pull your hair, but don't be pulling mine.
Yeah,
No.
Alright, that's like-
shit, too.
If someone
I'm
does
tender-headed.
not
When Mal
do
pulls
something,
my beard, I was like, oh, you better back the fuck up because I'm
Ooh,
gonna fucking
these
swing on
hurt
you.
so bad.
Yes.
I'm tender-headed, I can't do this shit.
Imagine someone pulling your pubes, just fucking standing on
Ooh,
top
I've had
of you.
that
who's
just
before.
pulling on your pubes?
I'm just saying, imagine.
That's a fun
Stepping
new
on
thing
your-
to try.
Stepping on your balls and pulling on your pubes.
I don't know, you just pull your pubes, but you step on balls.
That's my kink.
That's my king.
Step on my balls and pull my pubes.
Oh my
I feel
God.
like that would be a kink.
Shave me against the grain. Right now, baby, right now.
Oh,
That is called being a female.
oh.
FYI.
You guys shave against the grain?
I mean, you don't have to, but
You want to
usually
look
you
pretty?
shave like with it for
Uh-huh.
and like get it mostly smooth, and you, I guess, I and a lot of women I know shave against it to get like extra smooth.
Like smooth,
But you always want to go with it for the first,
initial cut.
yeah, for the first.
If
pass.
I'm hitting a razor, I gotta get it extra smooth. I go against the grain too. Throw some shaving cream on there.
Yeah, no, good.
Let's
Don't
go,
leave it
boy.
long because then it pulls out nose chains.
So is it like you go with pubes or no pubes?
Like me personally, or what do I like on other people?
No, like you like other people. Like you like a hairy man or a sleek man?
I like groomed. I don't love super sleek, but I don't want it long enough to be sucked in when I'm down there.
You don't like these off.
So like, just like a buzz cut. Just buzz cut it.
Yeah, just that nice little razor
A
trim.
nice little mullet is good.
Just
Business up top.
Just the balls hairy.
I
down
know,
low?
His
yeah.
balls hairy. Just hairy
Yeah.
balls. She just wants hairy balls.
I'm more of like a curtains kind of guy, like a long up top, and then on the bottom it's
Dun 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 dun.
gotta
Yeah,
move them apart.
yeah, come apart.
How
would
big
like-
is it?
I would like you to hook little like hooks on it, and then like have fishing line to like.
This is
Like
a-
Blue's
This is a
Clues.
show, Blue's Clues. Don't say that with your dick. Don't say Blue Clues. That's,
I'm gonna start talking with my dick like that.
we just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter.
Okay, but if either
Oh,
of
no,
you did
what's
that
wrong?
with actual letters and like leave them for your partners until the end, and it's like.
Oh, that's like Jackass. Like how they always do like their with a dick.
I
You know what I
would
mean?
love
Oh,
that.
it's so funny. When he gets bit by like the cobra and his dick was like a
Mouse.
tiger or something. Oh, a mouse.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't
Put
like
his dick in
that.
it as a mouse.
I've seen Chris Pontius' dick more than I think I've seen my dick.
That's not a thing to brag about.
No, it's just he has a
We used
nice
to play
dick, though.
nutball when we were in
I
high
don't
school.
know what that means.
You get like
You-
a
you
little
sit
ball of
across.
socks. You just throw 'em.
You just sit there, you with their legs open, just.
Are you guys sure you're not a little bit gay?
That's like a
No.
guy thing. I've done
That's
all
a
my
guy
friends. I've done with all my best friends.
That's a guy thing?
We've all done it naked.
We all get naked and throw shit at each other's balls.
Basketball camp, we did it with bar soap. But you had to be underhanded, like you had to like flick it up.
I don't think
I was fucking
I've
people up.
never heard of any of this. This is not.
We had a tournament. Yeah, I think me and Mario won. We beat the upperclassmen. I still had a tiny dick back then. They didn't know. You just one side. I barely had any pubes back then, bro. Come on. Just tuck him to one side of my boxers. I was good to go. Put my dick on top of the ball so the dick absorbs it.
Okay,
You
well,
just- you
I think
just-
that's
Alright.
cute for a vodka shot.
Oh yeah, that's too much for you. Okay. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Cheers. Oh my goodness.
Delightful.
Oh.
Yeah, that one's better, huh? Well,
What'd you think?
if you guys haven't learned anything, it's
What'd
your
you
own
think?
damn fault. It's your own damn fault.
Coming into this, did you think it was gonna go this way, or did you have any?
I was a little
Expectation?
nervous
Yeah,
at first, but
we're pretty chill people, yeah.
yeah, no. I think it was cool.
Huh? I don't know. I think you if there's like really like people really watch it, it'd be educational to like a lot of people because I don't think they know the side of it at all.
Yeah, maybe you get a couple
You can start your own
new
podcast.
sugar daddies.
I would
Ooh.
love that.
You love
I
sugar
would-
daddies?
Yes.
You guys hear that?
Yes.
If you want to spend some money, we know where to spend it.
I look really cute. So
There you
you
go.
know, buy
Whatever
me
you
shit.
buy. Whatever you buy.
I look really cute.
And if you guys want to buy us, me and Calvin, you know what I mean? We can have
No,
we got a little spread. If you know what I mean?
it's not as good as my spread.
Oh.
So my spread involves heart confetti dildos.
Yeah, Chris
Oh
was talking
my.
about his spread, and we did not
I
want
do.
to see that.
I have the cutest dildo ever, and it has heart confetti in it.
Inside of it?
Yes.
I told Mal I wanted to
And
make.
it's like it like moves.
What does that mean? So it's like, oh.
Like
It's
it
like
moves
kind of
around?
like a
liquid
lava
inside.
lamp.
Yes.
Lava lamp.
But then it has heart confetti, so when you use it, it moves around.
Dammers.
It's
That's
really,
pretty cool.
it's a really fun
That's pretty
toy.
cool. You should get a lava lamp one though.
I love
That
it.
lights
I
up.
wonder if
It's like a
that.
little piece of just.
Or start
I-
selling them.
If someone wants to buy that for me, I will send you a video of me using it.
Ooh, a lava lamp.
So
lava lamp.
Not an actual lava lamp. That's not going inside of me.
A mini one.
No, not even a mini one. It has to be specifically made for my vagina for me to put it in.
Oh,
me.
okay. So
if 50 people send you a lava lamp, like a legitimate actual lava lamp, I would be so happy.
I can't
Just get a
go.
bunch of lava lamps. You can trade them in for a lava lamp dildo.
Give me a gift receipt. So, yeah.
Yeah, cause you know what I mean. If we don't like it, we're taking it back, right?
Gift receipts.
Pretty
You know
much.
what I mean?
Oh. All right. So this is episode number 28.
28 is in the books. I
With
think it was
Ray.
a great one. I think it was a great one. What do you think? Was it good? Did you have a
was
good
good.
time? I think we all had a good time. We learned a lot. And you might have learned a lot, you know what I mean? You don't even know, you know what I mean?
Shout out to Anchor for hosting our podcast.
And try something new.
Yeah.
Try something new.
Try
you
it
know what I mean?
twice.
Oh, try it twice.
Try it
Yep.
twice.
She did say that. That was her saying. Try it twice.
Yep.
So
This is two guys, one set. One shit. Sorry, fuck. I can't fucking talk. This is two guys, one shed saying if you haven't tried it twice, you don't really fucking know.
yeah, then try it thrice.
Just in case.
You know what I mean? The thrice time. That's that thrice time. You know what I mean?
All right, we good?
Yeah, we good.
Oh, my butt cheeks hurt so bad. I didn't think I moved once.
I don't know how you didn't pee, dude.
How
I
did
did
you
it.
not pee?